Sports. And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Arnold is on for your Friday afternoon.
You know what I say? Save your own ass first.
Here we go. Happy Friday. An F-It Friday, a Feel-Good Friday, and a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday on 710.
Especially on Divisional Playoff Weekend. We're going to be all over it. Look ahead to the games tomorrow night and Sunday night, and be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your local convenience store so you are ready and locked in for Divisional Playoff Weekend. And tonight at Crypto.com, Lakers, Brooklyn. As the Lakers go for 3 straight wins, John Ireland's going to get you ready. You know, he's the voice of the Lakers, kids. And Mason is Mason.
I think we should perform a wedding during our show for Valentine's Day.
Yeah! Let's get to it. Celebrating 20 years on the air at ESPN Los Angeles.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse and the hat.
The what? The biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. Your Friday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Wait. We have to stop again. Good afternoon, by the way. Laura,
good afternoon.
What did you do?
Oh,
what the hell is that?
Laura, are you just
You're
making
a bird?
animal sound effects?
Yeah.
Why are you anti-growl?
I'm just not good at it.
I disagree. You're fine at it.
You can argue with the best of them.
Do a growl. Arr!
Okay,
fine.
that's good.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Don't make bird noises.
Quit trying to make fetch happen. All right? Come on.
Meow.
I'm in an excellent mood today, people. Excellent mood. Greg, you know why I'm in an excellent mood?
Why are you in an excellent mood?
Because it's Fifth Row Friday day.
That's
I
right.
love giving away Fifth Row Friday. I love meeting the Fifth Row Friday winners. They're always very appreciative. They're always blown away by how good these seats are. And today at 3:30,
yes,
we're doing it again.
BB Go Fifth Row Fridays, that's today, 3:30. Now, something we say in the next couple of hours is going to be on the quiz, and then there'll be something. A lot of people, somebody in the Mason and Ireland Mafia.
It could be, what sound did Laura make at the start of the show?
There you go.
I'm not saying
that'll be it.
Some guy in the Mason and Ireland Mafia says he keeps copious notes. So we will see
now,
if
Greg,
he can get through.
What is the rule about if you've won before?
Okay, so the rules for winning contests at GKB and ESPN Los Angeles is 30 days.
30 days.
You cannot win anything within 30 days. A second time. However, this is such a large prize that if you've already won this year, you should not come in. This season. Yes, this season.
The 23-24 season.
Please not call.
I actually like this rule because it is such a cool prize. It's my favorite thing that we give away. And we should give them to as many listeners as we can do it. So if you've already done it, and I've met every one of these Fifth Row Friday winners, they're always blown away by this. So you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys that have already won. If you've already won, let somebody else win.
Yeah.
And then just enter again next
Exactly.
year.
Stand down.
Technically, if it's been 30 days, you can win again, but please allow somebody else to win from this season of games.
Please.
Okay,
please.
got it.
Please.
Por favor.
So, yeah.
I'm going to ask, and if you say you've won this year, I'm going to say please give it to somebody else.
Okay. So I heard in the Morales thing there that is there a little traction for us to do a wedding on Valentine's Day here on the show?
Maybe not this Valentine's
Why?
Day.
Is it one of those things that takes time?
It does take a lot of time, and we want to have.
Why does it take a lot of time? 2 people will walk in.
We have like 3 weeks.
I perform the nuptials. They walk out. It all happens on the radio and on YouTube.
This is a big thing, and I think it's really cool, and so we want to make it a bigger deal.
You know what you could do?
Next year
Mace,
would just be better.
Mace, you're being a jerk. You could marry somebody at the Mandy's.
Oh, at the Mandy's?
See, that is something that is
perform a
possible.
wedding at the
Remember,
Mandy's.
Crypto Ray got engaged at the
proposed
first
there.
Mandy's.
All right, so that's off for Valentine's Day?
Yes,
Wah,
this
wah, wah.
Valentine's. It's not off completely, but for this Valentine's Day, yes.
Bit killers. All right.
Get me married this Valentine's
Mace
Day.
was so happy
Kidding,
for this,
don't do
by
that.
the way.
Yeah, I was so excited for this.
Yeah, Mace and I were talking about it. He's like, I'm ready. Let's do it. He had a whole suit on. Yeah. I mean, not
I was
on,
ready
but
to
like.
He had a
roll.
suit on?
Not suit on, but
Did
I
he
mean,
have
like.
a suit on in the conference room?
No. What I meant is like he's ready with his suit. He showed me the
That'd
suit.
be great if he actually came in his suit.
Can I give a shout out of encouragement to some people?
Yeah.
Today, for the first time in the 143-year history of the Los Angeles Times, all the writers are walking out.
Oh, yeah.
Including our friend Bill Platschke. They're doing it because there are massive staff cuts coming.
Yes.
And so we're thinking about you guys over there. We've got a lot of friends at the LA Times, and we're rooting for you. Sports Illustrated today, in a somewhat predictable move,
Poof.
laid off every writer.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to go AI, I guess that's
Right
their
now,
attitude.
there's no choice. But I mean, the brand. Don't you think the brand is dead?
I subscribed to Sports Illustrated since I was in junior.
Yeah, when I was a
high
little
school.
kid, that was such a big deal when the SI would show up every week.
And,
that and the sporting news.
And today is the end.
Yeah.
They laid off every writer on their staff. So we're rooting for our LA Times friends and hoping this goes well today.
So I was looking at this because I'm curious about. I subscribe to the LA Times. I think you do, right?
I do. Have forever.
And I think, I do it because it's the right thing to do, and we have a lot of friends there, all that stuff. They have 800,000 subscribers. How many do you think the New York Times has?
I would think over 1 million.
10 million.
Yeah.
So that puts into perspective where the LA Times is in terms of, and apparently the Washington Post is bleeding. Like publications all over the place are really,
well, what
really
happened
struggling.
in the newspaper business is when they went digital, they first all let everybody go digital for free.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when they asked people for money, they're like, wait a minute, I've never had to pay for this before.
Right.
People were used to everything online being free. And so now it's hard because I don't know of anybody that gets the actual paper delivered anymore.
No, God.
I held in there for a really long time, and then I switched to Sundays only. And then after a while, I realized I was just taking that Sunday paper and throwing it away without ever opening it.
I don't think I've held a newspaper in my hands for 5 years.
You know who does?
Who?
Michael.
Oh, yeah, Michael. Sure.
Yeah, Michael likes actual newspapers.
Yeah. He probably likes stuff carved into tablets too, like stories carved into tablets, like from
He
his
has
boyhood.
stone and he's banging
Stone,
it
and they're counting out stories.
I'm like Michael. I like the book. I like
Do you
the
actually
paper.
do you actually buy? When's the last time you bought a physical newspaper?
Maybe like 2 weeks ago.
In fairness, you just told me you stopped your subscription to the LA
Yeah,
Times.
I did. I did.
So
Because
that's
I got,
how.
I couldn't do my little, what is it called? The free trial, and then the
Yeah,
special price gone away. So I'm like,
yeah, you're out. So it doesn't matter that much.
There's a lot going on today. By the way, we're going to do Open Line Friday at 3 o'clock.
Sure, why not?
Let's do it from 3.
Bergman, you excited?
From 3 to 3:30,
Fine.
Greg, and then we'll get out of it in time to give away Fifth Row Friday.
As long as we have time for Fifth Row Fridays, and also Laura's going to be answering the phone, so I don't care.
Perfect.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
so,
boy.
Yeah, among the highlights of the day so far is that Antonio Pierce will be retained as the head coach of the head coach of the Raiders. I think that's a really, really good move for the Raiders.
All right,
Do you?
well, Greg and I are both Raider fans, and Greg, I will say this: I'm okay with it, but get him a quarterback.
Sure.
Do not send him blindly into this abyss with no quarterback. I like Antonio Pierce. I thought they could have done better. But if you're going to let him, like Max Crosby was talking about asking for a trade if they didn't hire him. So he's obviously won over the players. So I'll get behind this hire, but do not, Mark Davis, stick this guy out there without a quarterback.
I also want coordinators, established defensive
Well, especially
and
on
offensive
offense, because Antonio Pierce is
He's
a defensive guy.
Fine, but because if he's going to be the head coach, I still want established, good offensive and defensive coordinators.
Cliff Kingsbury just interviewed for the
Yep.
job in Chicago. He would be an interesting choice for
so
the
would
Raiders.
Eric
I
Bieniemy,
would love him at the Raiders.
Yeah.
I think Bieniemy may get a head coaching job, but if he doesn't, I would love
Okay,
Bieniemy.
so I was thinking about Washington. Washington has all new owners. Magic Johnson's part of that ownership group. Wouldn't Belichick give them instant credibility if you got him a quarterback? I mean, the problem is in New England he didn't have a quarterback. So he's talking about going to Atlanta, no quarterback.
He's interviewed twice.
Yeah. So maybe Atlanta's just going to open the purse strings and say, go for it.
Go for it, yeah.
But I thought that would be a good fit. Belichick grew up in Annapolis. His dad was the coach there at Navy. So I thought that was something that might happen. But I haven't heard a lot of smoke there.
No.
I mean, you hear Belichick to Atlanta. He's going for a second interview now.
Yeah.
You're still hearing Harbaugh to the Chargers. And Chargers did something interesting.
Yeah.
They interviewed David Shaw, who's one of Harbaugh's best friends and was his coordinator at Stanford. And so they have to interview a certain amount of African Americans for the Rooney Rule. But I think they interviewed Shaw to see if he'll come with Harbaugh.
I agree. But I can't remember the name, but there's another Harbaugh connection. They interviewed a general manager
GM. I
connection.
saw that too, yeah.
Somebody who knew Harbaugh. I think it's happening. I think Harbaugh to the Chargers is happening. Look at Brian. He's like,
Got me perked up now.
oh, Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
But wait a minute. How many times in your Charger fandom, Brian, have you gotten excited about something and then it got Spanosed?
Oh, almost every year. Every year.
Every
So-
game. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Yeah.
Until,
Every Sunday.
Until that guy is sitting at the press conference with a Charger hat on, I would not relax.
Hey, John, what would you think of Pierce, and then you have below you either Kingsbury or Bieniemy and Leslie Frazier
Love
for
it.
defense?
Love
that'd be great,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I think that's what you need. 2 former head
Yes.
coaches as your
That
coordinators
are great
to help
coordinators.
Antonio Pierce out.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's the CEO, and then he's got great coordinators.
And
That's
let me-
what I want.
Let me throw a name in there. So, do you guys know what Antonio Pierce did before this? Before
No.
he went to the Raiders? He worked for his friend Herm Edwards at Arizona State. Then it all kind of fell apart.
Right.
But what fell apart was it was recruiting related.
Sure,
And they
sure.
don't have to recruit in the NFL. I could see him bringing Herm on as like, do you remember when Sean McVay hired Wade Phillips
Right.
at the end?
He was the
I could
DC,
see,
yeah.
I could see him bringing Herm on as a motivator / defensive coordinator type that could help too.
The title would be motivator.
Well, that's what you get with Herm.
Yeah, oh, no, it totally is.
Yeah.
He left Arizona State so well.
Well, but
Yeah, it didn't
again,
work out at all.
it was recruiting.
Yes.
It was based on
It was also not winning.
right.
It
lot
was
of losses.
it was a combination
which
of
they
recruiting
would tell-
violations
which
and
they
not
would
winning.
tell you was related to recruiting.
Yeah,
You know, in the NFL, everybody can play.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, and what other? Josh Hader to the Astros. We talked a little bit about that. 5 years, $95 million to the Astros. Coming up next, there's a trade floating around for the Lakers that is really interesting, and they should have done yesterday. That is coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Every Friday, we're giving away fifth row tickets.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
So the Harvard of Northwest Ohio is going to have a special speaker this spring, John.
Is it you?
It is me.
It is you. You're going back to where it all started.
My triumphant return to the School of Communications at Bowling Green State University. I'm very, very excited about that. And of course, what goes along with that, John, always is they want money. So that is part of the deal. No, I'm not paying. It's not pay for play, but I am going to take care of the university somehow. All right, so.
Oh, and here he comes. Michael Thompson is here. It's Michael's game today.
Yeah, it's the Service Titan shoot-around. Pepe's going to be here. Service Titan, the all-in-one tech solution for contractors that connects your entire HVAC, electrical, and plumbing operation on a single software platform. Michael Thompson, sponsored.
That's just so Pepe doesn't bring his girls.
Yes.
Who are his girls, Brian?
The horse.
Pepe.
Oh, God.
Well, he's going to regret that.
Now, it's your
forever.
game today, though, Michael, right?
Flight attendants.
Oh, flight attendants.
And dedicated to Vanessa Joe.
Yeah, Vanessa's the lead flight attendant on our Delta flights when we go with the Lakers, and she's great.
Yep. And
Big
he's-
UCLA fan like me and you, Greg.
These are people that you
Hey.
ignore when you get on the plane.
I do not ignore them. They ignore me. Are you kidding me? This is 2024. The flight attendants ignore us. Your flight attendants,
our
I'm
flight
sure.
attendants are fun.
Oh, well, when you're
they
on
go
a-
out to dinner with us.
I mean, when you're on a charter, I'm
yeah.
getting some mean lady rolling down the aisle with a cart.
Throwing peanuts at you.
So Michael, this is the trade that's floating around. I know you guys can't really talk about this, but Bergman and I can.
We can talk around it. Go ahead and throw it out there.
So Jovan Buha from The Athletic says that the Lakers and Hawks have discussed potential framework for a deal surrounding DeJounte Murray. In this deal, the Lakers would receive Murray, and Atlanta would get D'Angelo Russell, Jalen Hood-Schifino, their 2029 first-round pick, and additional draft compensation, second-round picks, and that kind of stuff. Now, who
goes first?
Who's against it?
Greg, what do you
Who's
think?
against it?
If this was me and I was Rob Pelinka, I would say done right now. Let's get it done. Jonte, come on over.
Mace?
This deal is
In
perfect.
a second. Murray's having a great shooting year, 37% from three. He's a great two-way player.
Now, Michael and I are not supposed to talk about players on other
Correct.
teams, so I'm going to talk about this from the Lakers side.
Okay.
Okay. Russell has been playing not only the best basketball he has this season lately, he's playing the best basketball of his career. Mace, here are his numbers. Mm-hmm. Over the past 3 games against Utah, OKC, and Dallas, all right, so all 3 playoff teams,
Right.
he's averaging 27 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists while averaging 38 minutes a game.
Got
He's shooting 53% from the field and 52% from 3.
Right.
He's also perfect from the free throw line, 7 for 7. You sure now is the time you want to move this guy?
It
So
is.
I
Sell
would-
high.
Yep, exactly. He's at his highest value right now.
Now's the time. Now is the time. I'm just looking at DeJounte Murray. This year, 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 37 from 3, 45 from the field. Great defensive player. Really, really good defensive player. Plus defender.
Yeah. He's the
So you're like getting the offense
Right.
that Russell is providing, and then you're getting defense along with it.
well, and also figure this into the equation any way you want. DeJounte Murray's a clutch guy, and the Lakers have a great relationship with clutch. Obviously, they represent both LeBron and AD.
Yes.
So, so I think there is something to what Jovan is reporting, but let's see. The trade deadline is February 8th. So
If this trade's out there,
so you
Rob,
guys know,
hello Atlanta.
Russell and Reeves are my guys
Yeah.
on this team. I hang out with them sometimes. But Rob,
Where do you guys hang out?
golf,
Which club?
golf.
Oh, golf. Ooh.
Yeah, you know that.
Yes.
But Michael, I think I'll just say this: I've never seen Russell play as good as he has the last 3 games. Have you?
Yeah, I wouldn't do the trade. I like DeJounte, but they don't need him. Russell's playing well.
Oh, Michael. Oh, my God.
What, Mace? What? He's playing well.
Are you in this crowd that says, oh, yeah, this team is currently constructed, can play for an NBA
Mace,
title?
they've won 4 out of their last 6.
Yeah, I
and
know.
They beat 3 playoff teams.
I totally get that. But I don't think anybody looks at this team and says, yes, championship.
Oh, wait a minute,
They've
Mace.
got to find
I
a
don't
way.
agree.
They're a 500
I
basketball
don't
team,
agree.
Michael.
I don't
500
think-
is 500.
I don't think Denver, Oklahoma City, and Minnesota say, boy, we'd love to have the Lakers in the first round. None of those teams are saying that.
Lakers have a puncher's chance in any series,
There you go.
but I think they've got to get better if they really want to
will.
compete for a
Well,
title.
Rob
and,
has-
and this is one way to do it.
Rob has
Second
made
half
a
of the season.
move. Rob has made a move at the trade deadline every year he's been the GM.
Right.
So I think something will happen.
So if it's not D'Angelo, what other pieces do they have to move? They don't really have other pieces that you say, oh, yeah, you can move that guy. I mean,
There are only
people are
three-
asking about Austin Reeves.
Wait a minute.
And
There are only so just so you guys know all the facts. There are
Yeah.
only 3 people on the Lakers that can't be that won't be traded.
Right.
All right. They won't trade LeBron. They won't trade AD. And Jared Vanderbilt, because of when he signed his extension, is ineligible to be traded.
Okay.
So and they're all-
everybody else can be traded.
They can be traded, although the Lakers are saying that they will not trade Austin Reeves unless it's for a clear-cut All-Star or multiple players.
Well, that's according to Jovan.
Yes,
I mean, that's
according
part
to
of his
Jovan.
story.
Right,
But
right.
and Jovan's a really
adding
good
that in.
reporter.
yeah, he's good.
So they
He's
don't
great.
want to move Reeves, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, Reeves and Russell, I said this yesterday on the show. Michael, I want to know if you agree with this. I think the Lakers have found 4 cornerstones to make a run in the second half. Reeves, Russell, LeBron, AD, and that
Rui.
the fifth spot is either
Rui or Vanderbilt.
Rui, Vanderbilt, Torian Prince, and occasionally Christian Wood.
Sure.
And you've always told me that when you get it down, you only need 8. If you want to go 9, okay, in your rotation once you get to the playoffs.
Yep.
So those are the 9. And if you've got to play Max Christie, I think Max has shown that in a pinch he can help.
He's a scrappy guy.
And by the way, he's not even 21 yet.
yeah.
He's
And he
only 20.
By the way, and he plays defense if you watch him.
Right. So, well, Mace, you said something yesterday that I'm very anxious to see. You can't lose these games this weekend.
Cannot.
This
Can't
is
lose to the bad
This
teams.
is a team tonight, Brooklyn, who's lost 14 of their last 16 games.
Yeah.
And the only 2 wins that Portland has had this month, Portland's coming in on Sunday, have been against Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So these are games you have to win. And then the hard games, Tuesday Clippers, Thursday Bulls.
Right.
But you got to get these 2
And then
this
it's
weekend.
San Francisco and then out on the road for the Grammy trip, right?
Well, the San Francisco is the start of the Grammy trip.
Oh, okay. So it goes
Yeah.
San Francisco and then you go back east,
Yeah,
right?
Boston,
How many
New
days?
York, 6 games in 12 days.
6 games in 12 days. So right. So this is, by the way, they're 4-4 in the month of January. Much better than it could have been, for sure.
Well, and the month's not over. You know, we've
Right.
got a bunch
No,
more
you
games
stack up a
left
couple
here.
here, and then you steal one next week, and all of a sudden you're above 500 for the month of January.
Right.
Which is what you needed all along.
So, and I'm just looking at that Grammy trip now. It is in order: Warriors, Rockets, Hawks. So that's interesting. In Atlanta on the 30th of January.
Perfect day for a trade.
9 days before the trade deadline.
They ain't going to do nothing.
Boston, Knicks, Charlotte.
They don't need to do nothing.
Oh, Michael. Oh, my
Well, you
God.
start
No,
getting-
they'll do, I think they'll do
You're
something.
either getting better or you're getting worse,
They're getting-
Michael.
they're-
Other teams are going to find ways to improve at the trade deadline. You tell me the Lakers don't need to?
They're getting better. They'll be fine, Mace. Stop panicking.
They are getting better. He's right about that.
You know, take the panic button away from Mace, will you? He's
He's
over there
not
just pushing it.
No, he's not panicking.
I'm not
yet.
panicking.
If they
It's
lose
too
this
early to
weekend, you'll
panic.
panic.
Right. If they lose one of these 2 games, to me, that's just a lack of will.
You would have pushed all the old ladies and kids out of the way on the Titanic. First one on the
No,
lifeboat
I
would have
absolutely
been you.
would
She's
not,
all I've got.
No,
That's right.
Yeah.
absolutely,
You would have been
absolutely
Billy
would
Zane.
not.
You would have grabbed
I'd
some
have,
random
I'd have
kid.
gone down with the ship.
No, that's Michael and I in tuxedos playing music on the deck.
Yeah.
Right, Mace.
Yeah. We are prepared to go down
What's
as
that-
gentlemen.
What's that sound of Mace jumping in the ocean?
Right here. I haven't jumped off yet.
You haven't?
I'm just saying, get better.
It sounds like you are. You're panicking. You got to break the team up. Come on. You
Get- I'm not saying break the team up. I'm saying add to the team. Find a player that makes a difference. Last year, Rob made all those deals at the deadline and turned them into a Final Four team. They've got to do that again. Rob needs to find a way to improve this team if he wants to run with the big dogs.
Sure, you can get Anthony Edwards. Go get him.
Yeah. Anthony
According
Edwards
to
is
you.
not moving. All right. We got Wheel of Questions coming up next. In the meantime, don't forget to join the ESPN LA Street Team tomorrow night, starting at 5 at the 909 Sports Bar at Yamava Resort and Casino for a UFC watch party. UFC 297 is Strickland versus Duplessis. I think. You can win prizes from 710 and Bud Light all night long. Experience the greatest sports bar on the planet. That's tomorrow night, 909 Sports Bar. Special thanks to Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your convenience store today. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
All right, here we go. Wheel of Questions style. This is good. This is kind of a current story. So, Michael Thompson's here. Pepe will be here in a little while. Here's the question. Madonna did a concert in New York a couple of weeks ago. It was at the Barclays Center.
That's where the Nets play. who are playing here tonight.
It was an 8:30 concert on December 13th. She went on stage at 10:45.
Okay.
Wow.
2 fans are suing for false advertising. Do they have a case?
I don't know if they have a case or not, but I hope they win because I think this is a bunch of crap
It is.
when artists do this.
Does she have an opening act?
No.
Oh, she just.
No, they
wow.
just sat there and waited for Madonna to show up for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, people's
it's
time
disrespectful.
is valuable. Of course it is. And obviously, if I was at that show, I'd never go see her again.
Yeah.
But,
Would you have left after 2 hours?
well, I probably paid a lot for the tickets. I probably would have hung in there.
Would you have left, Brian?
Not if I paid for the tickets. I would have stayed.
Yeah, I mean, the tickets were pricey. Now, the one thing I'll say
But
is...
if she wants to go on 10:45, fine. But just tell me you're going on at 10:45.
My brother
I
saw
can go
her.
do something else.
She was an hour and 45 minutes late. And because I know all this, I would never, and I've never seen Madonna perform, and it's one of those acts that someday you'll say, geez, I wish I would have seen. I'm not going to a Madonna concert knowing she's not going to perform
just
until 2
go-
hours after she advertised.
If it's just 8 o'clock, to show up at 10.
Right, but what do you do?
Then you risk her going on early.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's
What's
really
wrong with
unfair.
actually telling people what time you're going to go on?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's one
Yeah.
thing I liked about that U2 concert. Bam, it
Right,
was started exactly when it was supposed to start. Bergman, have you been to a concert where they just went on and waited and waited?
I have not, but I would not wait for it. So even if I spent all that money, if I'm sitting there for an hour and a half, an hour, 2 hours, I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm out.
Beyonce was about 45 minutes late when I saw her.
By the way,
SoFi.
Madonna's in New York. New York's a great town. You can go out. You can go hang out
Yes.
in Brooklyn. You can, but just say when you're going on.
And as these, she went till 1 a.m. and as these people say, hey, we had to get up and go to work the next morning. You know, it's really unfair to people. Laura, is the lawsuit genuine, real? Can they win?
I don't know if they can win. I would like Ireland. I hope they do because I've been in that situation where artists come late and I'm like, dude, I could have been doing something else. I rushed to get here and you're late.
They could win that case if they have a bunch of sympathetic jurors.
If they had me on the jury, I'd vote for
I
him.
would find against Madonna.
Right, exactly.
Against.
Just to teach her a lesson.
Exactly. All right, there's your wheel
How much
of
are they
questions.
suing her for? Just for the price of the ticket or for
They are
millions?
suing her for... they're suing her for $292.50.
Just for the-
They want their ticket money back.
I don't blame them.
I think that's a pretty
Yeah.
I don't know a jury that wouldn't say, sure.
Exactly.
You get that 200. We
Yep.
find in your favor.
I'd rule in favor of them.
Absolutely. All right, so Lakers tonight. They are playing this weekend 2 really bad teams where they should make hay, and you got to beat the bad teams. That's the most important thing for this weekend. In the meantime, it's divisional weekend, divisional round of the NFL playoffs. You know what the most expensive ticket is
For this weekend?
for this weekend?
I got to believe it's Chiefs-Bills.
No. Most expensive ticket. The Detroit Lions versus the Tampa
No
Bay
kidding.
Buccaneers. $1,186 is the average ticket price.
That's because the Lions haven't been in the playoffs in 100 years.
Exactly, since 91.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there's that little lion growl. I should bring that back. I love that lion growl. And by the way, I'm rooting for the Lions. I'm rooting hard for the Lions.
You know, that theme song worked. It fired them up.
It did.
Yeah,
It did. It got him going. That
bad
song.
Lions theme song, although it would have helped if we didn't punt on 4th down.
Yeah, here's the thing. So I woke up this morning. I'm like, I was getting ready for the show, divisional round. I'm looking at the teams. I'm like, damn, we could have won at Tampa.
Yeah.
We could have beaten Tampa down there.
They did
Speaking
it
of
2
the
years
NFL.
ago or 3 years ago. Whatever
Speaking
it
of the NFL, I got a question for you guys. Which 3-string is better or more amazing or more freaky or more unique or simply just weird?
Okay.
The Steelers 3-string or the Packers 3-string? Y'all know the strings I'm asking about?
No.
The string things are, which string is more impressive? The Steelers over 55 years, only 3 head coaches.
That's amazing,
Or the Packers over 32 years, only 3 quarterbacks.
I think it's the Packers because coaches, if you do a good job, coach can stay for a while. I mean, you obviously don't have to retire when you get old.
Right.
But to only have 3 quarterbacks in 35 years,
That's amazing.
I would think most other teams probably have over 10 in that span.
So far, Rodgers love.
That's it. Over 32
Over
years.
32 years.
That's
I think
amazing.
that's
When you think
an
about that.
amazing streak.
Yeah.
That's an amazing streak.
And I'll tell you what, if Jordan Love goes into San Francisco and beats the 49ers, he's going to be a folk hero.
Full what?
Do it.
Full what?
A folk hero.
hero.
A folk hero, yeah.
Like
folk
Paul
hero.
Bunyan.
Yeah.
And he could as
Johnny
good as
Appleseed.
And he looks like he's the kind of quarterback who's going to be there for 15 years. So that
Yeah.
streak's going to continue.
You know what's weird? I was thinking about this. Jordan Love came from a small school, right?
Utah.
Utah State.
Okay, one of them.
Yeah. And so did Trey Lance. Trey Lance didn't make it at all.
No.
Well, he's not done yet.
Well, he's kind of done, Michael.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, he's
kind of buried on
Do you even
Dallas.
know where- I was
bench
gonna
right
say
In
now.
Dallas,
Yeah.
back up, but he looks like he's got talent. You don't think so?
Well, if he had a lot of talent,
the
he'd be
Niners
playing,
just
man.
cut him.
Yeah, because of that.
He was
Brock
replaced
Purdy.
by the last pick in the
Yeah,
draft.
because of Brock Purdy.
But it just goes to show you, those guys are all being paid millions to do drafts.
Yes.
And you never know. I mean, it's just a total crap.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, some teams are really good at it. The Rams, obviously, you get to
Rams
the later
are,
rounds.
By the way, if I'm the Rams, they have a pick, and a lot of people are talking about what they'll do with
it's
it.
number 19.
I'd trade it. They're great in late round selections. Trade your first round pick for a second, third, and a fourth. And then that gives Les Snead more darts at the dartboard. And look what he's done in
You don't like the kid from Michigan?
well, look what he's done in
don't.
like the
You don't
third
like him?
round.
I don't.
Third round, he got Cooper Kupp. He got Puka Nakua.
Yeah. Kyron Williams, second round.
Right. I mean, he's better late.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
Kobe
trade that
Turner,
number one.
Byron Young, all went late.
But the kid from Michigan, McCarthy, he can run, he can throw, he's mobile.
They ran the ball 56% of the time, Michael. He wasn't in a passing dominating offense.
As a junior, he was. They threw a lot when he was a junior, and he was good.
Yeah, I've seen him throw.
And they
Mace.
went
He
to
can
the
throw.
college football playoff.
They did.
Yeah.
We had a guy that went to the college football playoff and won the national championship last year, Stetson Bennett. We know where that went. Well, I don't think
but
he's
that
going
was
to be
a
back
weird
with the
thing,
team.
Yeah. If I'm the Rams, I trade the number 19 pick to get more picks late, and then use those to pick whoever I want.
Or they take their first and their second round pick and they trade up.
They've done it before.
They have certainly had that as a track record also.
To get what, a quarterback?
No, I don't think. I think you get Matthew Stafford help. I think you get Aaron Donald help. They need an edge rusher. They need a corner. I mean, they need a left tackle. These are things that I think should be priority one for the Rams.
You got to have two quarterbacks these days, Mace.
Well, I would sign Carson Wentz as a backup or
Oh,
sign
yeah, I
somebody
guess you're
like
right.
that as a
Yeah.
backup.
Yeah, he's-
I want an experienced guy
Yeah,
as
he's
my
serviceable.
backup. Yeah, I mean,
But to Michael's point about the Packers, it was you only have three guys there because there's always someone in waiting. You don't want to have somebody in waiting that's
no,
going around.
I don't.
It's
I'd
important
rather
to
use
have
that
that.
ca-
How old
look,
is Matthew Stafford? He's like 36 now.
35.
Yeah.
I care about right now 2024, 2025
But Les
season.
Snead is not thinking about just next season. He's thinking about beyond.
Here's the exception. If Sean McVay, who I think is a certifiable offensive genius, if he looked at the number 19 pick and said, McCarthy is that's the quarterback. He's the one guy I want. I have, of all the opportunities
sees
to get
something
another
in him.
quarterback, that's the one I want. That would be the exception to the rule. Otherwise, get Aaron Donald some help, get Matthew Stafford some help, and let's win.
I think that's what they're going to do. I would actually be surprised if the Rams took a quarterback.
I mean, they did get Aaron Donald some help. They got Kobe
If the
Turner.
Rams-
They got Byron
They did,
Young.
but
they
now,
have
now,
Ernest
like
Jones. They
now,
have
now
guys
you go
there
out
now.
and you get it. They still need an edge
If the
rusher. They need
Rams-
somebody to get there.
If the Rams had a top 3 pick, would you recommend they draft Daniels, Williams, or May if they had a top 3 pick?
Oh, Williams, if he was available.
If let's say he's gone, would you say, okay, now they can either get May or Daniels? You'll still say no to the quarterback?
I would, just because I think you need someone who's going to make an impact sooner
Right.
rather than later. I don't think you have the luxury of having a guy sit for 3 years.
Right, and in the end, I
The
think
Packers did.
Right, but the Packers never won a Super Bowl when they did that. The Rams are trying to win the Super Bowl at all costs.
right.
So the Packers let Jordan Love sit behind Aaron Rodgers, but they flamed out all 3 years.
I'll say this much: I think that we were making bets that were like surprising bets for this year. I think the Rams are going to win the NFC West next year.
Really? Over the Niners?
I do.
What's going to happen to the Niners?
I think they can give the Niners a run. Niners are over the salary cap. They're going to have to drop some talent. Rams are $41 million under the salary cap. They're going to be able to add some talent. Rams have all their draft picks. First number one draft pick since they've had in 2016. They've got an opportunity, I think, to really, really make a run now with this young core, including young defensive guys like Kobe Turner and Byron Young. Now with a great right tackle in Steve Avila. They've got the building blocks, I think, for a Super Bowl team, and they've got the resources to be able to add to it. Wow. That was a lot of information, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like Mason.
Yeah, it's just like somebody else's show.
Got
It was unbelievable.
President of Football Operations, Steve Mason.
What am I talking about? All right, we're going to do 2 o'clock call of the day. 877-710-ESPN. Michael Thompson is here. Maybe you're a Raiders fan and you're happy or you're unhappy with Antonio Pierce. State of journalism, Sports Illustrated, dead. Lakers, DeJounte Murray, does that deal make sense to you? 877-710-ESPN. Pepe is going to be along in a while. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Oh, let me tell you about Jacob and Ronnie. Let me ask you, if you're injured in a car accident, should you hire your friend's relative who helped your third cousin fight a traffic ticket last year? No. Come on. You need an expert in the field. So if you're injured in an accident of any kind, you got to call my friend Jacob. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. For more than 25 years, Jacob has handled all kinds of vehicle accidents, car and truck and motorcycle and Uber and Lyft and scooter and pedestrian, you name it, Jacob's handled all of them. He and his team will not settle for a lowball offer from the insurance company. Plus, with Jacob, you never pay a penny out of pocket. So your car gets fixed, you see a doctor, and you get yourself back on track as quickly as possible. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob, he'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com, and make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Coming up today at 4 p.m.
It's the LA Afternoon Takeover with Sedano and Cap.
Speaking of concerts, Coach Ella just announced the lineup for 2024.
Coach Ella, who does he coach for? It did sound like that, right? What team does he coach for?
Coach Ella.
He took over for Coach K.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you guys want to know, like, the headliners.
Yeah, let's go.
The headliners are Lana Del Rey, Peso Pluma.
Summertime Sadness.
Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh, Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah, that's your guy.
That's your guy, Cappy.
Oh, Lil Uzi Vert.
What you know about Lil Uzi Vert?
Oh, dude.
What do you know about Lil Uzi Vert, Cap?
You know what? Lil Uzi Vert is amazing. I was a bigger fan of Lil Uzi Horizontal myself. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, B?
That was good, Cappy.
Sedano and Cap, every weekday after Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
This February, greatness will be unleashed on the greens. Legends will be born and legacies will be defined as the stars shine bright when the PGA Tour returns to Los Angeles. The 2024 Genesis Invitational at the Riv. Join tournament host Tiger Woods as he welcomes an elite field.
Podcast.
Hey, you know what that music means? Pepe Mantilla is here.
El Matador.
The horse.
He rode in on one.
Yeah.
On the outside. And Pepe again will be waving tonight to the crowd, and no one will wave back.
Mace,
Now-
admit it. You and Bergman.
Well, I waved.
I waved.
I waved.
So there are people
Now,
waving.
Pepe, we looked high and low for anyone else waving, and we saw no one other than Mason, Laura, and Bergman wave. Yesterday, I beat you up pretty good, and I said I would give you a chance to respond today. Will you continue to wave even though no one waves back?
Hi, John. How
Hi,
you doing?
Pepe.
Yeah. By the way, hi. How you doing?
I said hi when he walked
Yeah.
in.
Hi.
He's over there
I'm
working
okay.
on.
How about you guys? Okay.
Yeah,
We're good.
No, we worry about
The
it.
Lakers have won 4 out of 6. We're good.
We wonder if you're okay, Pepe. You're seeing things. People waving at you, and they're not actually doing it.
Didn't a guy call yesterday that he had a sign in
A guy
section
did call.
102?
Yeah,
and,
did you
and
see
he
him?
waved?
Where was he?
Of
He had a
course, I
sign.
seen him in section 102.
He said he was in section 300. Nice try.
No.
No, he said
Section 102.
He did say
All right, I
section
will look
102.
in section 102 tonight,
Look-
Pepe. I will have
look-
Michael's binoculars fixated on
and
section
look
102.
up and the 300 section.
We looked.
No, you didn't. I
Nobody.
was looking at you after
Let's
that.
reframe
you're
this
not
a little
even
bit.
looking
Let's
at it.
Pepe, I want to
Go
reframe
right ahead.
this a little bit. So they say Spanish language podcast, Pepe MT, right? And then Pepe
stands and waves like a dictator.
Now he salutes the crowd.
He said that yesterday.
When somebody
No, you're not saluting like a military salute. You're waving like the Rose Queen.
Yeah, like you're Saddam Hussein.
It's a salute.
It's a salute.
Exactly.
It's a salute, and I.
Who are you saluting?
He's honored to be the Spanish language
Well,
voice
yes.
of the Los Angeles Lakers.
As well
and
he should be.
And he's recognized all those fans who listen to him.
But the fans aren't recognizing him back.
Yeah,
Not only that. LT.
Yeah.
Announces
Lawrence
your
Tanner,
name,
the
everybody's
Lakers
name,
public address
everybody's
announcer.
name. I respect LT, and I said it's that way to say
So you're
thank,
waving to LT?
thank you.
You're waving to LT?
I'm waving to everybody. I'm saluting everybody.
Okay, good to know.
And Michael,
Yeah. Do you got any
Spit it-
comeback?
you know
Any
what?
comeback,
You know what,
Pepe?
Michael?
What?
You're full of Thomas.
What is Thomas?
Chet. That's what he calls Chet Holmgren.
Oh, that's right,
He
yeah.
calls him Thomas because you can't say Chet in Spanish without making
Don't
people
say the
mad.
S word.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, he's just trying to keep it clean.
Yeah, exactly.
He
Keep it
doesn't
clean.
want to get an FCC violation.
All right, so with everybody here, Service Titan shirt around, let's do the 2 o'clock call of the day, and we're going to start out with Frankie D. Fresh. Frankie, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What it do, babies? It's your boy Frankie D. Fresh. Happy New Year to you guys all.
You
Still
too, man.
January, you can still say that. My New Year's resolution is to get racked by Greg.
You want to
So
be
anyways,
racked. Yeah.
this one is for Michael. We're the 2 honorary Ravens fans on ESPN
Yes.
Los Angeles.
Yes.
How you feeling about C.J. Stroud? As a Ravens fan, I'm nervous yet excited, but I think the Texans are looking scary. And then for Pepe, what do we need to do with the Lakers? Come on, what's the answer?
Frankie, I am very nervous about this Ravens game because
You know, Lamar is 1-3 in his career in the
I'm
playoffs.
nervous about Frankie. He's got a lot to prove. He's got all the pressure on him more than any other player in these playoffs. He has to win. And C.J. Stroud is playing with house money. He's a rookie. Nobody's expecting him to do anything. So Houston's going to come in there and play loose, Mace. And that's what. Put it this way: if Houston scores first, exactly, Mace. The pressure's on Lamar. He better show up Saturday, buddy.
The pressure is totally on Lamar.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think he'll rise up, don't you?
They're supposed to win.
Yeah.
But if they don't start playing really good, something might happen like it happened to Dallas. Okay?
Right. Okay,
Right.
Pepe.
Talent-wise,
Frankie,
they should win this game.
Frankie
big.
also asked you, Pepe, what do the Lakers need to do to fix this 500 team?
I think they're playing really good. I agree with you.
Tell Mace.
Oh, my God.
I
I'm
agree with
surrounded
you.
by Laker
John, you
employees.
were No, wait. Wait a second. Wait
I
a
feel
second.
oh, man.
Okay. You just said what I was thinking. I was listening to you about D'Lo.
Yeah.
He's playing the best basketball that I've seen him play.
in his career,
In
I
his
think.
career.
I agree with you.
They've had Anthony Davis healthy virtually every game. They've had LeBron James healthy virtually every game, and they're at 500. How can you possibly argue that they shouldn't do anything?
Because it's not how your overall record is, it's how you're playing when the playoffs start. And if the playoffs started right now, the Lakers are one of the hottest teams out there.
That's right, Mace.
They've won 4 out of 6.
Nobody wants to play the Lakers.
Well, I think that's nobody wants to play LeBron. Let's face it. Nobody wants to play LeBron because
Maybe
he
more
does.
AD
and
than
AD,
LeBron,
right?
yeah.
I mean, those 2 stars.
AD is having a great year. Last game, he was 1 assist to get his
Second triple-double.
third triple-double
all-time?
in his career.
And second in
And
3
second
games.
in 3 games.
Yeah, look, there's no knock on LeBron or AD at all. They're both having terrific seasons. AD in particular is probably peak AD right now. I think AD is probably at his peak the way he's playing right. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and by the way, he's doing something. Pepe mentioned it. He's doing something now. Anthony Davis in his career averages 2 assists a game. Over his last 3 games, he's averaging 8 assists. And Michael, there has to be something said for that. He's getting double teamed all the time. Yeah. And what he's learned how to do is pass out of the post. I mean, you played with some guys that were really good at that. You said you thought Jokic was maybe the best passer out of the post you've ever seen.
Ever.
AD now is, I'm not going to say he's at Jokic's level, but he now knows what to do when he gets doubled, and it's showing up statistically. And one of the reasons is Russell is making all those threes. Russell had 8 points off of AD's assists in the fourth quarter.
He's opening the field for
Pepe. He's
AD.
shooting. D'Lo is shooting 52% from 3 over his last 3 games, including 5 out of 7 the other night.
You guys leave the arena right away.
Right.
I always stay.
Right.
Okay. More than likely, I get to talk
waving
to
at the workers?
Yeah, waving at the press conference.
More than likely, I end up talking to D'Lo or to Austin Reeves.
Right. Okay. When they walk out.
Yeah. And D'Lo's been really super happy. He's happy of what he's doing. And you mentioned one thing about a week ago, how the two of them playing together works perfect. And I agree with you.
Yeah, and at first they got off of that. Early in the season, they were struggling. They said, I don't know if Reeves and Russell can play together. Now we know they can.
Why are you agreeing with him? And I'm the one who said they shouldn't make a trade. Why are you agreeing with Ireland? Why don't you say you agree with me?
Here's a prediction.
That would hurt him.
I've got
a
prediction.
Pepe for life if he had to agree with you.
You guys all like the roster as it is.
Yeah, it's fine.
After Rob Pelinka makes a trade, you will also think it was a genius trade.
Of course.
Yes.
But let me say this, Mace. I'm not against a trade.
Right.
If Pepe and Michael are against a trade, I'm not with them. I think Rob's made a trade every year.
Yeah.
It's just they only have one big trade in them. It was like last year. They had Westbrook that they get rid of. They only have one number 1 pick. That's what everybody wants. One tradable number 1 pick.
Yeah.
So they got to use it wisely. They got to, so it's how do you use it and when do you use it if you're Rob?
Right.
That's the game right there.
I know.
Yeah.
And last time I was here, I told you, you always have your glass half full all the time.
You mean
half empty?
Half empty.
Well, half empty.
Yeah,
half full and half empty.
I deal in stuff like facts and reality.
Oh yeah.
Facts and reality.
But sometimes you go by gut, mate. You gotta go by gut.
And another thing, before I forget, on Monday I said that McCarthy was going to stay in Dallas. You guys said no, he's staying in Dallas.
Yeah, they effed it up.
Hey,
do you remember
Mace,
that?
That's a bunch of bullshit.
Mace, take that call. You'll want to take that call on line 3.
Okay.
Kathy in Redondo.
All right. Hey, Kathy. Good afternoon.
Hello, sweetheart. You know what? You looked adorable on Monday at the Ralph's promotion. That was awesome, you guys.
Oh, thank you, Kathy.
Don't let anybody kid you about that sweater. That is awesome. That's amazing.
Was that Amazon?
That was Amazon, yes.
Yeah,
My
didn't one of the
designer,
listeners all have the same sweater?
One of the found the brown sweater that I wore a few weeks back, and I don't know if I'm going to bring back. Kathy, you come to a lot of our shows, right?
No, I really don't get around that much because my truck's been down since the spring, but I get away with using
What's
my
wrong
next
with your
door
truck?
neighbor's car. I put a new starter on it, but it's a 2-headed monster, and the flywheel's gone.
Oh,
I hate when that happens. Kathy, did you see the Kobe car when you were out there?
I did, yeah. No, I was standing right in front of you guys. I was the one. I had a Redondo Beach sweatshirt on with the blue.
Oh, I know exactly who you were.
Yeah, that's me.
Awesome, Kathy. Well, listen, we love you
Kathy,
out there.
which one's your favorite between Mason and Ireland?
Oh, they're both awesome. You know, it's really tough. It's hard to ask that question because I like all of you guys.
Did you get to meet Pepe?
Too, Michael.
Did you get to meet Pepe?
No, I didn't. I heard him on the phone, on the radio when I first got there.
So you got there before Pepe did, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, Kathy, thank you for coming out to those shows.
Thank you so
and
much.
You know what? It's all the way. Even though I'm a basketball girl, yeah, I love and the Lakers and I go way back because, you know, I used to, when I worked for Coors years ago for Willie Davis, I handled the priority counts and I had the forum. All those hot pink handles, those course lead handles.
Right, of
course.
I put those there.
Wow.
The Inglewood handles, I put there.
Oh, yeah.
The Stroh boxing handles, I put those there.
heck yeah.
All the imports, I got big hits for that.
Yeah, excellent.
When he sold
Kathy,
that,
you're my
I
kind
went
of
to
girl.
work for Harbor,
I know
yeah.
what the heck is going on around here.
Kathy, I want to wish you great luck with your flywheel.
Now I have some guys here that come to the house and we can buy it online like we did the starter.
All right, Kathy, have a great
Love you,
day.
Kathy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know
Kathy's
who
the
that
best.
reminded me of?
I need a cigarette after that.
You know who that reminded me of? When we used to call Marge Shot.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
I love Marge. Bring Marge back.
Her truck is down.
Yeah, but Marge would just go off. I got Strohs and Coors
Any
in here.
woman who's got a truck, that's a real woman, baby.
Yes,
I love a
absolutely.
woman with a
Mike.
truck.
All right, coming up next, I want to do this thing. Last week, John, when you were not here, we picked all the NFL wildcard weekend playoff games against the spread, and I was 5-1.
All right.
So this is definitely my year, and I want to give gamblers some advice on the 4 games this weekend.
Very exciting.
Coming up in this next segment, and
they await that anxiously.
This is your year?
Yeah,
in
this is my
January,
year.
right?
In January, right?
Well,
and we will
whoopie-doo.
We'll all make our picks coming up next, but they got to be against the spread. We'll do it coming up. Mason in Ireland, Pepe's here, Michael Thompson is here. 710 ESPN.
You never have to
Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
Bastille, right? I think that's the name of the band. So, hey, Fifth Row Fridays. BBGO Fifth Row Fridays. Are you paying attention? Are you listening for every little thing? Because there's a quiz at 3:30. Answer all 5 questions right, and you win fifth row seats to the Lakers, courtesy of BBGO.
And let me tell you that those seats that you win are better than where Pepe and Michael and I do the games from. Like, we're in probably, what do you think, Pepe, 20th row?
16.
16, and they're in row 5, and sometimes even closer than that. So make sure you get what'd you say, Mace? Take copious notes.
Copious notes, yes.
And your chance to win coming up at 3:30.
Okay, so it's me, Ireland, Bergman, Laura, Brian, and MT and Pepe. And last week, I was an astounding 5-1 against the spread. So I'm going to open up. Seriously, I'm like the leading tout on
All right,
LA
so
radio.
if you win
right
this,
now.
will we get 10K in
10K,
mythical money?
10K mythical money. Are we good?
All right,
We're upping it to 10K. All right.
Up at 10K.
All right.
What's the first game and what's the spread?
Okay, first game. The Houston Texans are plus 8.5 at Baltimore. You guys give your answers, then I'll give you the correct one.
I think Baltimore's going to win the game. I think 8.5 is a lot of points.
That means the Ravens got to win by 8.5?
That's just correct.
I think Ravens going to win by 10. I'll take Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Greg?
So when did you become so condescending with this, Mace, by the way? I don't give you
When
the
he
right
went, when he went 5-1 last week.
Yeah, do you really need to ask?
No, I just wanted to. I am going to go the opposite way. I think that
I don't blame you.
I think Baltimore is going to win the game, but I'm sorry, Michael. I don't trust Lamar yet in the playoffs.
Sure.
So I'm going to take. I'm going to take.
That's
points.
a lot of points to get in a
Yeah,
playoff
I'm
game.
gonna take it.
Laura, who do you want? Ravens or Texans?
I'm pretty good at this, guys. I'm going to take Baltimore.
All right,
Baltimore.
Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to go Baltimore, too, after all the blowouts last week. So
All right.
I think they can do it.
Pepe?
I'm going to go with the Texans.
All right, Michael?
He's been the best player in football this year, so I'm going to stick with him. I'm going with Baltimore.
Mace?
Okay. Correct answer? Houston is the right bet
With
there.
You don't want to leave. You don't
That's
want to lay
a
8.5
lot
points.
of points.
Too
And I
points.
I
love
think it's going to
CJ
be. I
Stroud.
think it's going to be very close.
Yeah. Okay. Second game. Green Bay is plus 9.5 at San Francisco. Jordan Love versus the Niners.
Give me the Niners again. I'm laying a lot of points, but I think the Niners are going to the Super Bowl, so I'll take the Niners. Greg?
I'm with you on that. I'm going to lay the 9.5 because I think San Francisco is the best team still around in the playoffs.
Lar?
I hate saying this, but Niners.
Okay.
Brian?
I think Green Bay will cover here.
Nice,
All right.
Brian. I like
Pepe?
that.
Green Bay.
Michael?
Remind me of the Beatles. All you need is love, and I think Jordan Love is on a roll. I'm going Green Bay.
Green
All right,
Bay.
Mace.
Correct answer. Green Bay.
Okay,
plus,
so you
plus 9.5.
You're biased. You're biased.
No, what I like is you and I are opposite.
We
on
are,
both
yeah.
games.
We're opposite on both
We
games.
have the same.
Yeah, Pepe and I are
I
picking.
think you're copying.
All right.
We're
you're
sympathetic.
both
All right,
losing.
what's
Okay,
game? What's
makes
game
sense.
3?
That part.
Game 3, Tampa plus 6.5 at Detroit.
Man, this is a hard one. But I think Detroit wins by a touchdown, so I'll take Detroit. Greg?
I am going to take Tampa, but not to win. I just want the points because I think this game is going to be close. Because I don't think Detroit's defense is good enough to keep them off the board.
So you're going Tampa.
But I think Detroit wins.
Laura?
I'm going to go, not confident here, but I'm just going to go with Tampa.
Okay, Brian?
Give me the Lions.
You want Detroit? Pepe?
Detroit.
Brian? Michael?
Detroit.
Mace?
Correct answer. Detroit.
Okay. So this is the
Bias
first,
again.
That's the first one that you and I have agreed. Greg, are you No, you're not different on all 3 than Mace. You're different in 2 of the 3.
2 of the 3, yes.
All right, Mace, last
one, the big one. Kansas City plus 2.5 at Buffalo.
I think it's they're getting 2.5.
They're getting 2.5,
right?
plus 2.5. Yeah.
This is the hardest one to pick.
It is.
Oh, man. This is a coin flip. Give me Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Greg?
It's so tough. I'm going opposite of you. When you have the best quarterback that's left, and that has a good defense. It's Patrick Mahomes.
No, it's not.
And Patrick Mahomes may be the best quarterback ever when all is said and done. So Patrick Mahomes, he could.
All
He
right,
has a
so
chance
you're
to pass
taking-
Brady.
you're taking
I'm
Kansas
taking
You're taking the
KC.
Chiefs. Laura?
Yeah, I get that.
Chiefs or Bills?
This one is tough for me, but I'm going to go with someone who I trust more. Mahomes, Chiefs.
All right, Brian.
Okay.
I think Buffalo finally gets over the hump here.
Yep.
Pepe.
Is Taylor Swift going to be there?
I think
She
so.
is, sure.
Probably.
Then I'm going with Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Michael.
Buffalo.
Mace.
Correct answer. Buffalo.
All right, so you and I have two the same, two different.
So I'm 1-3 versus you. We have one the same and 3 different.
Oh, good.
I'm 3-1.
Okay.
3-1, yeah.
I'm all different.
I took all home teams.
Yeah,
that's probably not gonna hold up. I took everybody.
I just think those big numbers are those big numbers. 8.5, 9.5. That gets really, really tough. I'll tell you. I think here's who I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for Buffalo and Detroit to go to the Super Bowl. That would be a great Super Bowl. Winner gets their first Super Bowl championship.
Yeah.
You want a good Super Bowl? Kansas City, San Francisco. That's the best Super Bowl that's left.
No, it's not.
Or
No,
Baltimore,
no.
or Baltimore, San Francisco.
No, Buffalo,
You're so
Detroit,
biased to
two
Lamar.
underdogs.
It's
I like the
Baltimore, San
guys.
Francisco would be the best Super Bowl.
Yeah, with the most exciting player in football out there running around. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, those are the favorites.
Well, we'll see.
They're chalky. They're chalky. By the way, whenever we do Mythical Money, it's brought to you by Prize Picks, the largest and #1 daily fantasy sports platform in North America. New members go to prizepicks.com/710. Use code 710 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Coming up.
Michael, wait, you got some time. Michael, do you really not think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback that's left
he's not
out
even
there?
first or second team All-Pro this year. It's Lamar first team and Josh Allen second team.
But Lamar hasn't won a Super Bowl. He's won big
That's
games.
true. Okay,
but
I'm talking about this year.
You
Playing
were
this year.
Mr. Championships
Playing
guy.
this year, he was the
Patrick
best player in the league.
Mahomes
You know what?
has never not gone to the AFC
I understand
Championship
that.
game.
We're
He's been
talking
to
about the best
3
player
Super
now.
Bowl and won 2
We're
of
talking
them.
about pass record. We're talking about playing. Even his peers have said that.
Right, but we're
every interview
talking
he's the
about
best player in football.
actual success.
The
What
quarterback.
happens on
Michael,
the field.
isn't there a little bit of a Barry Bonds thing going on here?
Yes, you're
with
right.
Lamar.
Yeah, he's got to prove it in the playoffs.
In the regular season, he's unbelievable.
But he was the best player in the league this year.
But when you get him to the postseason, he doesn't produce at the same level.
Tell him the facts.
What's the facts, mate?
We just did.
One's won the Super Bowl and one hasn't.
What else do you need?
Who cares what you've done in the past? We're talking about now.
Right, but
Michael,
wait a minute. That's all we do is talk about rings and championships. Casey's got 2.
Denver won it last year. Does that make him the champion this year? No.
Michael,
you still
you
got to go and
talking-
do it.
You never talk about now. You always go back to the 80s. You always go
goes back to the 50s.
50s, yeah.
Don't give me that.
Yeah. Earl Morrill.
Michael.
Earl
Craig
Morrill
Morton
was the best player of his day.
Michael,
Sonny
this is the
Jurgensen, if they had him, they'd win.
Johnny United. Johnny United.
George Blanda.
Come on, Bergman.
No, Michael, this is the first time that Patrick Mahomes is going to be on the
I
road in the
understand
playoffs.
that. I
The
know
first
his
time
record.
ever in his
I know
career.
his resume, but this
He's
year
28 and he's been
Lamar
to
played better
3
than
Super
him.
Bowls.
But Lamar has played the best in other years too. Lamar
No,
he got knocked out. Yeah, he got knocked
He
out.
was the MVP before.
Yeah, he flamed out.
Oh yeah, I understand that. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying one didn't flame out and one
That's
did.
in the
If you had to
past.
trust
We
a
see what happens
quarterback.
tomorrow.
If you were in this game, if you had to trust one quarterback, you trusting Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson?
Well, Mahomes has a track record.
Yeah,
But I'm just
He's
saying,
the better quarterback.
This year, Lamar was the best player in the game.
He
That's
won.
all I'm
He's going to
saying.
win the MVP, yes, but overall in the playoffs, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. I trust Patrick Mahomes in that situation.
Yeah, what's good about an MVP? If you
Although
don't
it
win the
is
Super
interesting that Mahomes has never played a playoff game away from Kansas
amazing.
City.
It's
we'll see how he
amazing.
does.
That's to his credit.
Yeah, because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
been that good.
All right, coming up next for you, Laura sent a note this week, a story that open relationships are now a thing. Have you seen
Really?
that? Yeah, they're a thing now.
Okay.
This is one that you and I have gone back and forth a little bit about over
Yes.
the years. We'll talk about that coming up next. It is a Service Titan shoot-around. Michael's here and Pepe's here, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to talk about BB Go. Listen to this chance for you to win courtside seats at a Laker game. I'm talking about the seats that Jack Nicholson and Denzel Washington sit in. That courtside. Here's how you win. Head over to your local Ralph's and buy $10 worth of BB Go. That's it, $10. And you can enter for a chance to win courtside seats for a Laker game this season. There's also a ton of other prizes you can win too, including Lakers swag and more BB Go. Just make sure to go to Ralph's and buy BB Go for a chance to win. After you buy at least $10 worth of BB Go, just go to lakers.com/BB Go sweeps. I'll give you that web address again. Lakers.com/BB BBGoSweeps. Upload your receipt, and that's it. Good luck from BBGO, the official snack of the LA Lakers.
Every Friday, we're giving Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
You need a drink of water. Why?
I'm shocked. Pepe just said that Luka is as good as Magic Johnson.
I didn't say that.
Well,
I didn't say that.
First of all, it's not.
You may be mischaracterizing
Pepe,
what he said.
it's not as outlandish of a statement as you think it is.
But really? I didn't say it, John. You hear me. I didn't say that. This guy makes... You make up stories.
I was talking about Magic and you said, and
you
Luka.
make up stories. Okay.
Island, didn't he just say Luka was as good as Magic?
I think he said Luka reminded him in some ways of Magic, which is a completely accurate statement.
But something's wrong with you, man. Go see a doctor.
I heard it that.
A brain surgeon.
I heard it that way.
He wants you to have a lobotomy, Michael.
Get me my horse. The horse.
What women got to do with them?
Okay.
It's a horse.
New drop alert.
You pervert.
Exactly. Exactly.
The horse.
All right. So, real quick, I want to mention tonight is another Lakers Live at LA Live before the Lakers Nets at Crypto. Starting at 4 o'clock today, you can find the ESPN LA Street Team for a chance to win a Lakers autographed basketball, more prizes. And our friends from BBGO will have their Korean street food activation on Chick Hearn Court. That's tonight, LA Live, starting at 4 for Lakers Live.
Bergman.
Yes.
Is that BBGO truck out there yet?
Hit the truck.
Ooh, I don't know. Can we go see?
Go stick your head outside your
They
office.
say it is.
It is. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Graham's
yeah.
saying it's there.
Michael
Graham,
Thompson
will
is
you go
already
down there and
preparing
get a
bag
couple
here.
of sampler plates for me and Bergman?
Yeah.
Oh,
And give me a couple of bags of food.
You just ate, Greg.
You just want the food that you can
Nobody
take
needs to
home.
know that.
Michael takes food home from the Chick Hearn press room. That's how desperate he
Takes home
is.
from anybody.
We had BBGO this week, and one thing we did was we threw the dumplings after we cooked them. We threw them in a frying pan, get a little crispiness on the outside.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're great. The
little chili
wontons
oil.
are great.
Yeah.
The fried rice is great.
Now, did you eat those in bed too?
I don't eat in bed anymore, Michael.
Wow.
Where have you been?
Wow,
It's
how
been
about
well
that?
over a year.
Jeez.
I dress like a grown-up. I eat like a grown-up.
He's
I like
very
that one.
slowly going into adulthood,
Yes.
Michael.
You're going through menopause or something.
Menopause? No, Michael. I had that years ago. All right, so, John, this is from the USA Today.
All right.
Swingers want you to know a secret. Swinging is not just about sex. So apparently open relationships are becoming a thing, and there's a TikTok handle, which is called #SwingTalk. It's got 2.6 billion views. And they go on to interview a bunch of couples who have open relationships, non-monogamous, where they're allowed to go off and have some play and then come back home. Now, you've always said that's not possible. It cannot work.
Okay. Here's exactly what I've always said, and I'm curious if Pepe and Michael agree with me. I have never, ever met a woman who admits she's in an open relationship. Now, guys use this on women all the time. You'll be at a party and the girl will say, well, are you married? And the guy will go, yeah, but I'm in an open relationship. I've never heard a woman who is married say that. Pepe, have you?
No.
Michael?
No.
Mace?
Yes.
And you've talked to these people and
She's
they
totally
admit it.
cool. Cindy's like all in.
And so is her husband.
And it's been, by the way, years.
And so is her husband.
And so is her husband.
Greg, have you ever had a woman
Yes.
tell you that she's in an open relationship?
Yes, I have. And also, if the man is in an open relationship, the woman's in an open
right.
relationship.
No, but
Like,
okay,
it's not
Laura,
one
how
or
about
the
you?
other.
Do you have
both
any
sides.
girlfriends who have ever told you they are in an open relationship?
My girlfriends, no, but I do know of some women.
Brian, how about you?
I know of people. I lived in Humboldt. It's
Wen-
very hippie,
But
hippie culture
women,
kind of.
do you know any women?
Yeah, the women were actually the ones that were like.
Oh, then maybe I'm naive.
Now,
But every
it
time
is pretty
I've
naive.
always thought that swinging was something that guys
Oh,
made up so they could play.
No.
You don't think?
Some
it is-
women like to play,
So-
too.
It's a
Everybody
it's a very
likes to
open
play.
culture now.
So
Like, I don't know
women,
why.
sorry, Greg. So women are way like kinkier and more into that stuff. They're just not vocal about it. But
Correct.
once you get into it, they're all in.
Okay.
Some
Yeah.
women are all in.
Pepe, have you and Liz ever thought of becoming swingers?
No.
No.
You
Why
going to
not?
dress up in your little
Why
matador
not?
outfit? And
That's none of your business, Greg.
I know.
come on, Pepe. you be a big
No.
hit.
The answer is no. Okay.
You dress as a matador?
Just that visual is going to stick with me for the rest of the day.
Liz puts on the horns.
Right, you held out the red cape.
Dun, dun,
Poor Pepe.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know, the horse, you guys are really, like, you can make fun of anything you want, but keep in mind this, okay?
Yeah.
I grew up in a big city in Mexico City, okay? I'm letting you get with
Are
this.
they-
But then when I come back, you guys are going to say, oh, Pepe, why did you say that? Because
Pepe,
you are like that.
I don't believe. I believe all of us get. We're all punching bags around here, whether it's Morales or somebody else. So you go ahead, come at us.
No, not
Yeah,
right
bring
now.
it.
No,
No,
Bring
but
it.
Pepe,
Come
are
at
you
us.
I know what I'm going to do.
Are you suggesting that if we went to Mexico City, we would discover we would discover things about you that would surprise us?
No.
Whoopie-doo.
Okay.
No. Whoopie-doo.
So I'm getting reaction, John, from people in the Mason and Ireland Mafia who say they specifically are not going to listen from 3 to 3:30 because we're having Open Phones America.
I think that it's been far too long since we've done Open Phones America. I know Michael supports you.
Oh, I
What do you
love
think
it.
about taking calls at 3
I
o'clock?
love it. I love listening to the people, Mace, hearing their
How about
grievances.
this? We'll make it an AMA. They can ask us anything.
Oh, sure. Ask any of us anything.
Anybody who's here, and there are 7 of us here today.
Yep.
Ask us anything.
Yeah.
You
I
gotta
like
get past Bert, or actually it's Laura. You
It's
gotta
Laura.
get
Yeah,
past.
you don't have to
Bergman
deal
won
with
it.
me. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll hang up on you.
Yeah.
But
I
I was going to say
Bergman.
something, but it's not going to go
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Who's screening the calls? The commissioner?
Laura.
Laura.
Okay.
Laura's screening the
Laura's
call.
screaming the calls. If you can get
you got
past
Kathy.
Laura, you can ask us anything.
Okay.
Greg, you'll appreciate this. Last night, so I'm on a pistachio run.
Yeah, pistachios.
So I'm eating pistachios last night
In the shell or already shelled?
in the shell.
Get cracking.
And I get to one that won't open. And
Have
I almost thought of taking a picture of it and tweeting it to Bergman to
You
say,
should've.
now I know how you feel.
You know, I do ask Berg on Travis and Sleeway a lot.
Ask Berg, yeah.
Most of the time, it's about an unopened pistachio. That's what I get most asked.
Right, it is one
It was
of you're
completely
famous for.
because what
Completely closed.
Bergman once tweeted. I want you to think about this. Bergman once tweeted. Pull the tweet up,
No,
Greg, so I
have
don't
it. It's my pinned
mischaracterize
tweet.
you.
You can see it at
Oh,
any
is it
time
your
by going to my
pinned
profile.
tweet?
All right.
Wow.
Didn't you declare that there is nothing,
Yeah.
nothing worse?
You don't use any hyperbole ever,
No,
John.
yeah.
No,
All right, so
but Greg says there is. Read exactly what you
Okay,
wrote.
here you. There is nothing more frustrating than a pistachio that can't be opened. I'm missing out on a quality pistachio nut. Hashtag pistachios are good.
So after
I
he
think it's a
tweeted-
really good
Did
tweet.
that hashtag catch on at all? Pistachios?
yeah.
I don't know. I can look
After
at
he
it.
tweeted
Absolutely
it.
not.
So you think about everything that's gone on in the world. COVID,
Yeah.
Wars.
the Warriors blowing a
Wars.
3-1 lead in the
Yeah.
finals.
Right.
Yeah, Lakers
Wars.
trading
Who cares
for
about
Russell
that stuff?
Westbrook.
The polarizing political state of our country. None
Homeless.
of it.
Homeless.
Yeah,
None of that stuff is
None of
interesting.
it is worse than Bergman being unable to open a pistachio nut.
By the way-
I was so mad when he tweeted that I unfollowed him.
You did
Bergman,
for
can't
like
you just-
6 months.
Can't you just smash it? Just get a spoon and
No,
smash
it's
you
it.
because
ruin the
then you
nut.
smash the nut.
Yeah. So by the way, the
By the way, you can
hashtag.
also buy Greg
No,
pistachios
no,
out
you
of
don't
shells.
want
That's
that.
the problem.
No.
Here's the thing. It's the work. If you just eat pistachios, you eat so many. So if you give yourself the shells, then you eat them more slowly.
I keep a bag of unshelled, like there's no shells.
Shelled is
Potato,
unshelled.
pistachio nuts in my golf bag. I eat them all the time.
See, I'd
If
eat
they
those
had
hand over
shells,
fist.
I'm out.
So
See,
I
I
want
like
the
the
shells.
little effort
Yeah,
that goes into it.
I'm with you. And by the way,
it's a process.
That hashtag pistachios are good. There are a total, besides mine, one other tweet.
Exactly.
What other tweet was it? Like the Pistachio Foundation or board or something like that?
It was from
Strangely-
Daniel Ballesteros in 2019. It says at Bergman Greg, hashtag Dodgers win on Wednesday, and hashtag pistachios are good.
There you go. So
I
it did
love
catch on.
love pistachios. Have you tried the pistachio, the Starbucks thing?
No.
You should.
Do they have pistachio coffee? Some of that stuff is just like a milkshake, though.
But it tastes
Are you?
good.
You're drinking a milkshake right now. What
Yeah.
is that?
No, it's not a milkshake.
Yeah, that's a milkshake.
It looks like a
A
milkshake.
milkshake with some coffee in it. It's like caramel and
Why don't you,
whipped cream and
seriously, why don't you just go to Carl's Jr. and get like a
It's
like
not
go
like
to
a,
Wendy's
like
and
an
get a
Oreo
Frosty. My
milkshake.
God.
It's a espresso frap. But you know what? Now
What?
that you said milkshake, I was thinking about you how the whiteout has milk.
Whiteout does have milk. Yes, it's a very good point. All right, we're going to do some What's Up Fool. Then at 3 o'clock, it's Open Phones America.
AMA!
Then at 3:30, it is Fifth Row Fridays. And then at 3:40, it is Game of Games. You've chosen the right place to hang out today. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to talk about ZipRecruiter. If you own a business and you're looking to hire people, it can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open position. You don't have that kind of time. Listen. Start using ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find qualified candidates for all your roles fast. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Here's how it works. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. Ian Siegel, the inventor of ZipRecruiter, puts it this way: we don't leave anything to chance. ZipRecruiter will help you get quality candidates quickly. How quickly? 4 out of 5 companies that use ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So what are you waiting for? Go to that exclusive web address to try ZipRecruiter for free, ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
In the Southland, you know what we do each weekday at 2:45. What's up, fool? And we've been very excited that What's Up, Fool is made possible by our friends at Dos Hombres. In fact, we've got a special guest voice. Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Morales. Now, my What's Up Fool is going to be something that we've done 100 times, but I got into a really big conversation with a bunch of my friends last night over dinner about this one, so I kind of want to know what yours are, just because, why not?
Okay.
You're Adam Silver for a day. What single change do you make?
Easy. You eliminate replay. Bam. Just like that. Gone. Don't need it. Call on the
That was
floor
mine.
and move along.
That was mine.
I would eliminate illegal defense. It's the dumbest rule in the league. No other league has it. It just stops the game for no reason. Michael?
You've taken two of my favorites, so I can't use those. You told me I could change anything?
Anything, one change.
Well, it's what me and Ireland and Phil Jackson have been calling for years. No more fouling out. What's wrong, Mace?
No, Mason hates that.
I don't like that idea.
They should get punished if you commit your seventh
why
foul.
do you want to pay money to see stars and then you have Giannis get 2 fouls in the first quarter? Now you don't get to watch him.
Well, I'll meet you this way. I think they should increase the number of team fouls that would put somebody at the line.
I don't.
I do.
I do.
Pepe,
Yeah.
how about you? You commissioner for a day.
I eliminate the replays.
Okay.
No, pick something else. It's already been picked.
Well, he's running
Sucking up
out
to
of
Mace.
things. No, he's not sucking up to me.
I picked something different.
What
He
do you
picked something
have
different.
against me? Just because I'm Mexican and I'm better than you?
Whoa.
And I'm better than you? Just because I'm better than you? I'm smarter
I'm
than
jealous
you?
of you. Look at you.
I read more books than you.
Well, that's true.
That
yeah.
is true.
You
That
probably
is true.
don't
Pepe,
even
you've
know
read
how
more
to
books
read.
than all of us combined.
right. Yeah.
So overall, we came up with it at dinner. What we decided was the best thing that could possibly happen is add 2 more expansion teams and then relegate 2 teams every year.
No,
to the
to
G
where?
League.
To how?
To
Yeah,
the G
where
League.
would they be?
And have 2 G League teams come up.
Wait, and those teams would
Relegation
destroy everybody
should
in-
be in every single
And
sport.
how you gonna
period.
pay the? How you gonna pay the? How G League guys gonna play for 50,000? How you gonna
I
pay
mean,
those guys?
That's your owner's business.
You realize these G League
Well,
teams play in
no, it
Sioux
doesn't
City?
make any sense
It's
because
like-
the
it's like-
Lakers are going to have 2
So you're
teams.
sending Victor Wembanyama to the G League?
If
You
they're
haven't
in,
thought
if they're in
this
30,
through, have you?
no, I did. No, absolutely. If they're 34, that's how it works in Premier League. They relegate the teams. So if Manchester United gets relegated, they get relegated. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's
but
how it
there
works.
is
I'm not anti-relegation, but I just think in America, so the value of your franchise just dries up overnight.
It's true.
No, I mean, look, that's your fault. You have to have a good GM that makes moves. If you land in that 33rd or 34th spot, see ya.
It's a big difference because in the EPL they have a different league who is very, very important. Not as good as the EPL, but it's the championship
Then
league.
let's make the G League better.
No, because the Lakers have a team and
Well,
the
Greg
the
has
league. How
opened
they
up a
gonna
can
do
of
it?
worms here that would be fascinating.
Right.
That's stupid.
Because teams would do anything to keep from getting relegated.
Yeah,
Nobody
you do
would tank.
anything. Can you imagine the Lakers are like 32, 33. They're going to make moves.
So
They're
you're
going to do
replace
whatever
the
they
San
can to
Antonio
get out of
Spurs
there.
with the Bakersfield whatever. Come on,
You want to stop tanking?
Yeah, that would
stop tanking right on the spot.
Economically, it couldn't work.
Well, you'd end up in court a lot, but it would be fun to watch. It's like the Hunger Games.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
it'd be very fun.
I like burning.
The MLS doesn't have a relegation.
Well, the
Right,
MLS
because they don't have a minor league.
No, yeah, they have nothing.
But we have a minor league.
You have
Should
it.
they do it in baseball?
Yeah, do it in baseball. Love it. Do it in baseball.
You can do it.
Relegate.
The Oakland A's should be relegated.
They should
relegated. Their payroll is like $21 million.
But for years under Billy Bean, they won, even though it's just recently they've been terrible.
Do you know their stadium is not going to be ready until
I know they've got
2028?
2 more years in Oakland.
So they're going to either play at Pac or at AT&T with the Giants, or the Giants AAA team in Sacramento. They might play at a AAA stadium next year.
Well,
That's how bad
they
they
are.
are.
A AAA caliber team.
I
if you
was
look
going
at
to
their
say
roster.
their attendance would fit in the AAA park.
Yeah, no, it's
so
true.
there you go.
So
All right.
I want relegation in every sport.
Okay.
I don't hate that idea.
Thank you, John. I
work
thought
out.
you would go opposite.
I don't like it.
Pepe, could
Sorry,
you come
Pepe.
Doesn't like it.
Pepe,
You know what I say to you, Pepe?
Whoopie doo.
the
the
horse
horse.
with his own idea. He had to piggyback off of Mace.
All right, Brian, what do you got?
All right, guys, today is a National Popcorn Day.
Yeah.
So a lot of movie theaters are giving away free small popcorn and discounts on large bucket popcorns in the souvenir bins.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go to the movies, I'm always getting small popcorn, some nachos, and a drink.
Oh, nice.
You're picking 3 things at a movie. What are you going to get?
Well, popcorn. Actually, nachos are fantastic. I love that
Right,
gloopy
but you're
cheese.
leaving out bonbons, which are a staple of most moving-going experience. So I would get small popcorn, small Diet Coke, bonbons.
Yeah, you got to get a drink.
Michael, you getting red vines?
Yeah, I like red vines, but I only eat like 2 of them. Then I put them away.
I'll get a drink, the nachos, and the ice cream.
Yeah. I like those dibs.
That
Isn't it called
dibs are
dibs?
bonbons.
Those
Yeah,
are the
same-
bonbons.
Oh, are
same-
those bonbons?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, dibs are delicious.
I don't know why you said that because Michael is about to leave over there to across the street to get the free popcorn.
Free popcorn, you got that right. And plus,
I eat popcorn most days.
Mace, that's got to be, you would know the economics of this better than all of us because you used to own movie theaters. Popcorn's got to be one of your biggest money makers. Because to make a small popcorn from the proprietor's position would be, what, about 10 cents? And what do
Yeah.
you charge, about $10?
Yeah, the big money maker. Actually, popcorn makes a lot of money. Soda makes the most money.
Yeah, as long as
soda is like ridiculous. But I'll say this: years ago, remember there was a big move. Let's make popcorn healthy at the movie theaters.
They wanted to change what kind of oil you
They
cooked
changed
it in.
it to canola oil, and what they found out was popcorn sales took a nosedive, and it wasn't because people didn't like the taste of it. It's because you didn't get that great popcorn smell that you get when you use coconut
Interesting.
oil. So we
Okay.
all the theaters went back to coconut oil because of the smell, and it drew people in.
Yeah. Well, whatever you like, Pepe will like.
Oh, you think so? Pepe's just
No,
gonna follow me.
You know
He's a
what?
follower.
I don't eat popcorn.
You don't?
No.
Why?
Because it's not good for me.
Oh, it's not good. Okay.
You
it's
like
not good
it
for
doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I am with a lot of stuff.
When was the last time you were at a
like
theater,
you're
John?
fans,
When's the last time what?
You were at a theater.
When Mason dared me to go to Barbie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did they have bonbons?
Ask Michael that. That was with Charles Chaplin.
Right, no, it was.
It was Charlize Chaplin.
It was for his own movie.
Charlize Chaplin.
Charlize Chaplin
Was Charlie's hot sister.
That's right.
Charlize
The
Chaplin.
last time Michael set foot in the movie theater was to see his own movie.
Yeah,
And
that's
he hasn't
right. I
been
was
back
with
since.
you.
You
the
are
last
right
time.
about that 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Whoopie-doo.
What's up, fool?
Whoopie-doo.
Oh, God. All right, guys. Most of us are booed up here, Sorry, Greg. But
Why
I'm
you always gotta
actually...
come back to me like that?
Actually, this might work for you, too, okay? I saw that Applebee's is offering a weekly date night pass for $200 for the year.
boy.
Oh, boy.
So you could eat up to 52 times there for $200.
So once a week for a year for $200. There's like
great deal.
There's logistics there that I'm not going to get into because I have a different type of question. It got me thinking, if I could get a restaurant, like I picked the restaurant, what restaurant would you guys pick? Obviously, it's for you guys. And what would you pay for it? So obviously, Applebee's $200, but like if you guys are gonna go Nobu, it's not gonna be $200.
No, it's not gonna be $200.
I want the
Nobu's
restaurant.
too hard to get to, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to
it's
go
way
there
out
once
there,
a
and
year.
then
I
you
would
get
go
stuck
to my
on the
favorite
one.
restaurant in Manhattan Beach, a place called Slay.
How much would you pay for it a year for that pass?
$1,000.
No.
So, wait a minute, so you get it once a year or you get it once a week?
No. You pay.
Once
it's
a
like
week.
you go once a week, but you pay for the year.
Oh, my
So
God.
and
That's
how
a
much
great
is
deal.
for the year?
Yeah.
So Applebee's is $200, but
So
I'm.
how do they make money on that deal?
I don't know. I think they are counting on people to forget.
There must be a limit to what you could order.
There is, but
yeah,
for
booze,
my
I'm sure is not included.
but for my premise, it was more of getting you into what restaurant would you
Right.
get and how much would you pay for
So
it.
my favorite restaurant at the moment is Craig's. We were there again last weekend. They have the best chicken parmesan I've had in a really long time.
Did you see anyone famous?
I can't pick out famous people. Like your wife, Lisa, just with a glance knew Kate Beckinsale. Apparently she also, somebody's kid, Lisa Rinna's daughter was sitting next to us and she picked her eye. I mean, I don't know. I can't see, I don't have an eye for celebs.
Before the pandemic, they used to have this thing in Beverly Hills. I don't know if you know about this. There was like a week or 2 weeks where big restaurants offer like $150 and you can go and eat whatever.
Oh, wow.
And among those restaurants was Jose Andres restaurant.
Mhm.
You know who Jose Andres
I don't
is?
know.
Jose Andres is one of the best chefs in the world.
Okay.
Okay. And he has a restaurant, I think, at the Meridian. I
Mm-hmm.
think so. And you could go eat for that amount of money, which is not that much.
Oh, yeah, which is a deal.
And that would be my favorite
Okay.
restaurant.
Well, and by the way, that's a tremendous way to save money. If you're willing to go to Applebee's every week for a year,
Yeah.
and it's only $200, think of the money you'd save.
Oh, yeah.
If it was Coco's.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yes. Well, Michael, press room?
Oh, either that, probably
Or
my
In and
first
Out.
choice, or In and Out, baby.
In and out or press room?
Nice. Can I
Either
give you guys mine?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm super. Greg is gonna. We will agree to this, but my fave restaurant right now is just really, really good. It's Kraft, the one downstairs.
And
Yeah, I haven't been there yet.
Oh,
It's like
Mace, we
Kraft
gotta go.
Smoke
so
and
good.
Fire, right?
Kraft
Yeah.
Smoke and Fire is
It's so good.
delicious.
What kind of
What are
food?
the
Delicious.
Yeah, what do they
Barbecue.
got?
It's barbecue. So like
Yeah.
I actually got lunch there today, and I got a chicken breast with barbecue sauce. Delicious.
Oh, nice.
What do they
Okay.
put with it? Rice?
Put a piece of cornbread.
Cornbread. The cornbread
Pickled,
is
pickled,
fire.
What is the,
Onions?
the name of the
Kraft
restaurant?
Smoke and
Kraft
Fire.
Smoke
It's
and Fire.
downstairs.
Where you went
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
community.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So it's Kraft by Smoke and Fire. It's downstairs. They have other locations. And I don't get paid by this, but honestly, like their food is so good. And their drinks, they have a Selena drink that I love. It's so good.
Brian, you got a restaurant?
Ooh, yeah. I would say I think it's Gaucho Grill.
Gaucho
It's like
Grill.
an
Oh,
Argentinian
so
kind of
Oh, I like
steakhouse.
that. Is it like one of those Trascarias where they bring around the...
Oh, no.
Oh,
I've actually never
those
been to
are
that.
fun.
I've been
Yeah.
wanting to.
Yeah, those are
Ooh,
fun.
Where is one?
There's one in Orange County, like in La Palma.
Really?
Yeah.
One in West
I thought they,
Covina.
I
It's
thought
pretty
they
good.
disappeared.
Yeah.
But
Apparently
I like
it's still
Gaucho
around.
Grill.
All right, there you have it. There is your What's Up Fool and...
Bergman, open the phones.
No!
Okay.
It is Open Phones America right now. So wherever you're listening, anywhere across America, you have got really talented people in this room along with Michael. And we will take your calls.
Don't laugh, Pepe. Don't encourage him.
877-710-ESPN.
Look at Pepe over here. He's on the floor.
It's a good line.
Whoopie-doo.
877-710-ESPN. Ask us anything. We'll do that coming up next. Don't forget, 3:30, Fifth Row Fridays from BBGO. Chance to win fifth row seats to a Lakers game. And tonight is another Lakers Live at LA Live, Lakers Nets, Crypto.com Arena. It starts at 4. You can find the ESPN LA Street Team for a chance to win a Lakers autographed basketball and a bunch of other prizes. And our friends from BBGO will have their Korean street food activation on Chick Hearn Court. That's tonight, LA Live, for Lakers Live right here at LA Live. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Karma Brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the OGs of LA Sports Radio. We're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwiched between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
All right, so this is Open Phones America. This is where we take your calls, and we'll see what pops. I have no idea what's going to be.
Every
on the phones.
line jammed.
It's jammed. It's jammed. So Michael Thompson's here. Pepe's here. It's the Service Titan shoot-around. Lakers versus Brooklyn tonight. If you're just tuning in, the Raiders finalizing a deal to hire Antonio Pierce as their full-time head coach. Josh Hader signs 5 years, $95 million with the Houston Astros. Those are just a couple of the headlines that are floating around today. And in the meantime, let's. You want to do this thing?
Yeah, let's start with Daniel in the LBC. Hey, Daniel, you're on ESPN LA. Hi.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Daniel.
So before I clear up a lie that has been told on this station for a couple years now, I want to let you guys know that just last Monday I turned 26. I've been listening to you guys since I was 13.
Beautiful.
I love you guys. Mason is my idol, the stoner.
Thank
and I've been
you,
listening
Dan.
to John on KCOM9 and then now on Spectrum and obviously now on the radio. I've been following him. He is my chick Hearn. I grew up with him, so I just want to let you guys know that.
Daniel, that's the biggest compliment you can give. Thank you.
No problem. And also, so this lie.
Mm-hmm.
My first Laker game I went to, I was 10 years old, and my mother took me. Okay. My mother is from Mexico City. She is a fan of Pepe Mantilla. He has been the sports radio broadcaster since 1993, so she knows about him. When she took me, she made sure to tell me, when Pepe stands up, we are going to wave. Every year since, I have gone to at least one Laker game. I haven't gone this year, but I've gone every year for at least one game. I don't know about the other games, but I can promise you, for one game every season, there is one person, me, standing up waving to Pepe Mantilla.
Thank you. There you have it. Okay, did you listen?
All right,
Did you listen?
I did that, Pepe.
There's proof.
So what you're saying is one person at one game waves, and you decide to become a dictator.
One person so far.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
by the way, Daniel,
you're
a good listener.
Thank
you.
Yeah,
for
Daniel,
calling in.
thank you. That's
Appreciate
very
your
nice
call.
stuff you said.
So
All
how come
right.
it hasn't caught on?
Oh, it will.
Oh, it will.
You should have seen the people at the Ralphs in Redondo.
It's okay.
People just.
It's okay, Mike. I'm going to ignore you.
All right, here we go.
Are you kidding? Like I texted you, this bit is going to have people turning around waving at you for the next 10 years.
And what are you going to do, Michael?
I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
Shocked if anybody
You'll
knows.
be eating Tostitos.
Yes.
That is
All
true.
right.
I can vouch
San
for that.
Pedro, Chris, go.
What's up, fellas?
Hi, Chris.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I, too, like the previous caller, been listening to you guys for a number of years. I've actually called in a few times, so it's good to be back on. I just have two Laker comments I wanted to point out, too. This is a hot take.
Good.
Don't trade D'Angelo Russell. Unless you don't have to attach, unless he's the actual center point of the deal, not attaching Austin Reeves and all of these other assets with him. Well, we've seen over the last couple of games, and I'll take it one step further. Go back to last year when he was in the lineup, when he is engaged, that is when he is at his best. And let's be honest, you're not going to drastically upgrade with him as a centerpiece, right? So unless you're willing to trade Austin Reeves, which I don't think they want to do, keep D'Lo in L.A. and try to work this thing out internally and try to get better on the margins. And I want to say one thing about Darvin Ham. His inexperience has really shown this year, not just with the rotations, but even when they were struggling and he was saying Laker fans don't need to live and die by every game. That is not just not understanding the landscape of Lakerland and Laker Nation. That's a head coach still trying to figure out who he is as a head coach.
Okay, and by the way, that was a very tone-deaf moment for Darvin Ham.
But wait a second.
That.
Chris, let me ask you a question about that, about when you were talking about Darvin. What do we judge the Laker head coach by in this town? It's how he finishes at the end of the year, right? For example, if we pulled a Jerry Jones or Mike McCarthy,
right,
and the team was really good during the regular season, but then flamed out in the first week, everyone would be calling for Darvin's head.
Sure.
That's just the way it is. So last year, Chris, he made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. He's only been a head coach 1 year. And he made it to the Western Conference Finals. So now he can't coach because he's 21 and 21?
I didn't say he couldn't coach. I'm saying he's showing his inexperience. And John, I'll take it one step further on you. What was another Laker head coach who won as a rookie? A guy by the name of Paul Westhead, 1980. you remember that?
Of course.
What happened? He flamed out too. Why? Because his stubbornness, but also how he related to the players and how he, dealt with the media was a problem. I don't want to see Darvin, who I have respect for, who, by the way, I pushed for the Lakers to hire when he was available after they fired Frank Vogel, which I wasn't a fan of. But I did push for Darvin Ham because I do think he is a capable head coach. But these little moments, the rotation, how he deals with the media, and he's been all too quick to hide behind the injury narrative at times. That, to me, shows someone who is still finding his wheels as a head coach and how he deals with fans.
Yeah. All right. Okay, fair enough, Chris. Hey, thank you for listening for so
Chris,
long.
that was great,
Appreciate
man. Thank you. And it did take Darvin a long time to get back to the rotation that they were using last year when they went to the Western Conference Finals.
Right, but
finally he's gone back
he's
to
there
that.
now,
Right.
and that's why I think this time between now and February 8th, the time between now and the trade deadline, is critical because we're going to get some answers because now the rotation's tight.
By the way, Bergman, Open Phones America is off to a great start despite your best efforts to sabotage it.
What have I done to sabotage?
Just sit there looking down at the ground and not engaging at all.
You're unsupportive.
You're
is what
unsupportive.
You are.
I feel like I'm not getting support from the next room.
This
Thank
is
God
the greatest
for Laura.
thing you've ever done.
There it is.
First
That's
of a
what we-
kind.
that's
I've
what
never
we
seen
need.
it done
I need.
before. This is
That's-
amazing.
that's
we
what I
need more
need.
of that
That's
from
what I
you.
need.
It's a miracle.
Please, be
Yeah,
a
good.
cheerleader.
That's the word.
Be a
Yeah,
cheerleader.
work the word miracle in more often with us.
Yes.
Here's Johnny in San Dimas. Hey, Johnny, you're on ESPN LA.
Hey, MI20s, you guys doing great. Congratulations, you guys. Hey, this is mainly for Mace, but also Ireland. Hey, how do you think SC is going to do next year now that we kind of settled out all the transfers and kind of our new coaching? And I wanted to ask Ireland, how do you feel about the defensive guy we stole from you guys?
He's great. Anton Lynn is great.
Anton Lynn is fantastic. UCLA had an unbelievable year. Now, the transfer portal, they didn't get the quarterback that they were looking for in the transfer portal. He ended up going to Ohio State.
They did get the guy from UNLV, though.
Who I think his name is Jordan Maeva.
Yeah.
Who they did get. But now I think what I'm hearing is that there's going to be a quarterback competition, that Maeva isn't just going to be handed the job, that Miller Moss and Maeva will compete against each other. I
think this is a fascinating year for USC because we've never questioned whether or not Lincoln Riley knew what he was doing until now. Riley had he was anointed early at Oklahoma, winning 10 games every year, developing Heisman Trophy winning quarterbacks. He comes to USC, wins 11 games in his first season, and everybody goes, oh, we've got one of the top 5 coaches in the country. This is a perfect hire, great. And then last year, all the wheels come off, and they mail in the UCLA game and don't show up. So I think the jury is out on Lincoln Riley. He needs to have a good year this season. And Mace, they're going to the Big Ten. So the schedule's going to be harder.
I'll say this. In all the rankings, 24/7 Sports does a lot of this stuff where they're looking at who transferred and all that stuff. USC is currently 10th in terms of acquiring players, quality players in the transfer portal. They've had 11 players transfer in so far, including Jaden Maeva, who we talked about. So at least according to some of these folks, the USC Trojans did well in the transfer portal. Their recruiting class is not very good. 11 through the portal, the recruiting class is ranked, I think, number 20 overall. So there are question marks about that. And I think John's right. I think Lincoln Riley's on the clock the way this last year went.
All right, here's Steve in Whittier. Hey, Steve, you're on ESPN LA. Hi.
Good afternoon. This is a question for John.
Okay.
My son and your son are the exact same age.
Okay.
And both same challenge, and both on the spectrum. And the son's a great guy, tall, good-looking kid, no game.
Gotcha.
His birthday's coming up, and I know he hasn't done it yet. Would it be wrong to take him to Vegas for a
Okay, this is actually,
talent?
Steve, this is actually a topic that comes up for a lot of special needs parents, believe it or not. Like, how do you teach a special needs kid intimacy and whether or not to do it? No, I don't think, Steve, it would be inappropriate or wrong if you feel he could handle it. My son's not there yet. He couldn't handle it. But I don't think it's a crazy idea, nor do I think you should be feel bad about bringing it up. I think it's worth talking about, and it's something that you need to deal with as a special needs parent, is how you teach the birds and bees to a special needs kid.
Sure.
And so, no, I don't think your idea is ridiculous. I applaud you for trying to make your son have the best life he can have. And if you and your wife decide that is the route you want to go, just be as safe as you possibly can and explain it to him best you can. And good luck. I'll be rooting for you, man. I think it's
I don't think he can handle it either, but maybe Jack will go with him. So
yeah, there you go.
Who knows? I don't
All
think
right.
that would improve his chances, if you know what I mean. But
Pepe's got the girls for him.
It's a
Yeah.
good call. Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you, Steve.
thank
for
you,
calling.
Steve.
And
Appreciate
good luck
that,
with
man.
your
Yeah.
son. Yeah, that's something that gets talked about a lot in that world. So I don't think he's crazy in anything. Yeah, because they won't naturally be able to.
Is Jack attracted to
Oh yeah,
ladies?
Yeah, but he has, like Steve said, no game. Like the best looking girl in the school can walk up to him. Hi, Jack. How are you? Blah blah blah. Fine. Jack,
Right.
that's a girl. You need to actually show interest.
Engage.
And speak. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's something we talk about.
All right.
All
Tell you
right,
what.
so one more segment of Open
Phones
Line
America.
Friday, and then we go give away. I wonder if we've done it yet. I wonder if we've said the thing that'll be in Fifth Row Friday.
I'm going to say we have. Because I saw the questions.
Okay,
I think
there
we
you
have.
go.
There you go. By the way, you can join the ESPN LA Street Team tomorrow night, starting at 5 o'clock at the 909 Sports Bar at Yamava Resort and Casino for a UFC watch party. UFC 297, Strickland versus Duplessis. You can win prizes from 710 and Bud Light all night. Experience the greatest sports bar on the planet. Tomorrow night, 909 Sports Bar. Special thanks to Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your convenience store today. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, everybody, it's Cap.
Zappy, it's going down Sunday at the 909 Sports Bar. Divisional playoff weekend, sucker. Right here. The greatest sports bar on the planet inside Yamava Resort and Casino. Ariel, Elra, and it, party. Let's go. Everybody better be out here Sunday for the game. Party, party, or party.
for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
You know what I'm doing tomorrow? I'm going to play over at Commerce. I'm going to play some poker at Commerce
There you
Casino. The LA Poker Classic is going on, and I am going to get in there. It's going on now through, I think, March something or
Are
other.
you just going by yourself, or are you going?
Yep, just going by myself. I'm going to play in this tournament. I intend to place. What do you think?
I think you can do it.
I can do it. I can do it.
Play tight, though. Don't be throwing money
very
after
tight.
hands when you got a pair of sixes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
What that means.
You don't understand what that means? You
That
never
means you
play
don't
poker?
play it. Jerry Buss told me once, as you know, Michael, Dr. Buss was a world-class poker player. And he said the number one mistake people make in tournaments like you're going to is they play too many hands.
Yes.
They figure, well, you got a pair of tens and, a pair of kings shows up on the board.
Right.
And you hang around. And all of a sudden, a guy with one king knocks you out.
Exactly.
So you got to realize
extremely tight.
You have to realize when you don't have it.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you a
What?
poker player, Pepe?
No, not really.
No, not really.
No.
You never played?
It's a
Just
fun
a
game. You know
little
what I like about poker is, when you play blackjack, the house has got like a 52-48 advantage.
You know what I like to play? The 3-card poker because it's very simple.
Yeah, you need a simple game.
Yeah, I need a simple game.
Figures.
What do you mean figures? What does that mean?
Simple book, simple game.
Yeah, that's not
You
right.
don't even know how to play poker.
I don't.
Yeah.
See?
That's true.
You're
I'd bet
worse
on
than
Pepe
me.
against you.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, Open Phones America. Here we go. Let's go to, John, your old neighborhood. Newport Beach. Brandon, go. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys. For John, first one, what's your handicap in golf?
Right now it is at 8.4. I got it down to 6.9, Brandon. But when the basketball season starts, I can't play as much, so I'm up to an 8.
Oh, my God, that's amazing. And then I wish I could golf like you. I will tell you that. My main thing, though, I wanted to do a 2 o'clock call the other day after the Mavericks game because when I was watching, I think it was the second quarter,
Yeah.
I felt like there were 10 shots, consistent where the Lakers were putting up threes and we kept missing threes and no one was driving to the paint. I didn't get to tune into you guys. So I just kind of wanted your take because I felt like, A, it was an ugly quarter of basketball.
Yeah.
And B, I felt like we went to the 3-point line versus
Okay.
why don't we just keep driving to
Brandon,
the rim?
I'm glad you brought this up because the guy sitting to my right is the father of one of the most elite three-point shooters in the history of the league. And, Michael, you maintain that in the year 2024, teams have to take those shots if they're open,
If
right?
they're open, yeah, you got to take them. You can't.
Even if you're missing them.
Yeah,
Because I think Brandon's got a good point. I think sometimes when it's not our night, we can be like 4 of 30 from 3.
Right.
And we keep taking them. And Michael and I argue. Michael says you have to.
Yeah.
And I say,
do
no,
too.
you don't. Throw the ball to Anthony
No,
Davis.
I
think you
agree
got
with
to.
you. They have
Of
to go
course
to
you
the
agree with
paint.
them.
If they're shooting and they're not
Pepe,
scoring,
last
you have to change.
In the last game,
But
Pepe,
Michael, doesn't Brandon have a point that if they're clanking them?
Yeah, but the last game, I remember they couldn't make a 3 in the first quarter. What happened? Start the third quarter. First
No,
half.
but
is
we're
amazing.
not talking about it
This
first
is no,
quarter.
but he's accurate. They were. I think they were
16 or something like that.
1 of 12,
Yeah,
and
something
then
like
they
Didn't
got
they end up
hot.
10 of 29?
And then they made
right?
the next 5 in a row. Start the third quarter, Pepe. 'cause
Although
they're open.
here's the thing, I'll say they take fewer threes than any team in the league.
Right.
As they should.
Nobody takes as few as the Lakers.
Which
do.
I kind of like.
When you have a player like Davis, you should feed the ball to Davis.
What they do?
I mean, they've fed the ball to
Yeah.
Anthony Davis has been
when
great,
you-
and they fed the
wh-
ball to Davis.
And when you do it, then most of the time you create problems for the other team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they look inside before they start shooting threes first, though. But, because AD will get the ball, he kick it out to Russell, and Russell was hot.
So we say Open Phones America. Here we go. Dallas. Justin, go. Good afternoon.
Hi, Justin.
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen. Hey, just real quick before I get into my point, I just want to say I'm also on my 13th anniversary of listening to you guys.
Oh.
I turned you guys on back in 2011 when I was a student at Cal State Fullerton, and here I am in Dallas.
Well, thanks for sticking with us, Justin. We appreciate it. Who are you rooting for? You listen all the time?
Yeah, listen all the time. While I'm at work or while I'm driving home.
It's interesting. So I talk a lot about iSpot Active, who's one of our clients or one of our partners here, Justin, and he told me, the guy who owns iSpot, told me he got several orders from Texas.
Wow.
So so there are people like you that used to live here that moved. Justin, do you listen on the app?
And counting.
Okay. Did you listen on the ESPN LA app? Is that how you get us?
Yeah, I listen on the app.
Okay, good
And
for you.
Sometimes I turn you guys on YouTube too.
Awesome, man. So what did you want to ask us?
All right. Well, I just wanted to defend Mason a little bit.
Thank you.
John, Michael, I know you guys are contractually obligated to see the world through purple and gold colored sunglasses.
Yes, we
but
are,
I'm 100%
Justin.
With Mace, I think the Lakers are getting better, but they're far from perfect. Even if they make the playoffs, I'm not confident that they'll get past the first round.
But just be honest with me. Be honest with me. Were you saying that last year when they were the 7 seed in the first round and they knocked out Memphis and then they knocked out Golden State?
Honestly, yes.
Yeah, I know.
Only because I expected when they made the trades, I thought they would get a little better. I thought maybe they would be like the 9 or the 10. I certainly didn't expect them to get to the Final Four. But that was kind of a different situation too, don't you think?
It was. You got to put it in the. I think you got to put last year in this context. They started out 2-10, and then they started peaking towards the middle of the season and finished strong.
But
now,
isn't that what's happening right now?
I don't know. They're 7 of their last 15.
Well, they've won 4 of their last 6.
Right.
And in that group is wins over Oklahoma City, the Clippers, and Dallas, all playoff teams.
Yep.
Now, to your point, Mace, if they lose one of these games either tonight or Sunday, I think that's a really bad sign.
Terrible sign, yeah.
Because I think they're playing great right now. They're peaking. They've set their rotation. They're playing defense. And I personally, I think that they win tonight, they win Sunday, and then Tuesday against the Clippers. If they can beat the Clippers for a 3rd straight time, I think you're on to something.
Hey, Justin, I'll say this. As of today, these 3 guys think this team, as it is, can win a title.
I think can go to the finals.
After Rob makes a trade, these guys will say
Going
it was
to the
a great
finals
trade,
for
and
sure.
they're going to the finals.
No, right now I'm saying I think we can make the finals. After Rob makes a trade, I will guarantee we go to the finals.
Guarantee. All right, so we're going to do...
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Clear the phones.
My favorite thing. Greg, hang up on everyone right
that's
now.
Is that really? Are you going to let me hang up
Oh
on
my
people?
God.
Oh, this is going to be amazing. Really?
Hang up on all of them.
Hang up on
Just hang up on all of them.
We're
Hey,
going to do a
you're
game.
telling me to hang up on them.
Yeah.
JP, you're out of here.
JP,
Mauricio,
out,
out of
Jack,
here.
out,
Jack,
all of them.
bye-bye.
Is he really
All
hanging
right.
up on him?
No, he's
Yeah, he
hanging
did.
up on all of them for this reason.
Yeah, it's Fifth Row Fridays.
For this reason.
It was their fault.
It is 3:26. In 2 minutes, Greg will reopen the phones for Fifth Row Friday. If you know, now only play this game if you've been listening all week. Don't think you'll get lucky.
Yeah, it's
the
not gonna
questions are too hard. But if you've been listening all week long, if you're a regular listener to Mason and Ireland, we're going to ask one question from Monday, one from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today. If you get all 5, you win.
Correctly.
Correctly. Thank you, Pepe.
Correctly. Thank
Pepe.
you,
You got to
Pepe.
be wrong, Pepe.
No, do you hear what happened?
What?
Some lawyery type, Mason last week said, if you answer all 5 questions, you win. And the guy said, okay, I'm answering the same to all 5 questions because you said all I had to do was answer.
Puppies.
Puppies.
Yeah, but with the truth, Pepe's right. You have to answer
5
correctly.
correctly.
You win. So,
Thank you.
So stand by. Put your fingers on that dial.
Yeah, finger the
dial like
phones.
there's still a dial.
Yep.
And Fifth Row Friday coming up next.
All right. Fifth Row Fridays, we'll do that coming up next. In the meantime, tonight, another Lakers Live at LA Live before Lakers Nets at Crypto. It starts at 4. Find the ESPN LA Street team downstairs for a chance to win a Lakers autographed basketball and plus other prizes. Our friends from BBGO have got their Korean street food activation truck on site in Chick-Hearn Court. That's tonight, LA Live for Lakers Live against the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend at some point, Steve Mason will go to his mailbox in Venice. And inside that mailbox will be a shirt from iSpot Active.
So excited.
The guys who run iSpot Active called me today. They're very excited about these shirts and pants, these compression shirts and pants, wearable cryotherapy, and it's flying off the shelves. And we're going to make it even easier right now for you to try iSpot Active. If you are somebody who works all day, suffers from back pain, if you're riding bikes or weightlifting or do anything active and you find yourself sore, you need to try iSpot Active. Anything you need to know is on their website, iSpotActive.com. Back pain's the most important thing they address, but they also can get you cryotherapy for your knees, your shoulders, upper back, lower back. It's the best. And right now there's a flash sale. I talked these guys into extending the flash sale. They were only going to do it for 2 days, but they're going to leave it up through the weekend. So right now, flash sale, 30% off with the coupon code FLASH710. FLASH710. Go to iSpotActive.com right now. You'll see James Worthy, the Hall of Famer, doing a testimonial on there. You'll hear from a doctor. It'll answer any questions you have. And here's the best part. If you don't like iSpot Active and what you get from them, 30-day money-back guarantee. Just send it back. You get all your money back. But almost nobody does that because once you get this, soreness feels better. You're more active. It allows you to do what you want to do. Go to that website. Check it out today. Use coupon code FLASH710 at iSpotActive.com.
Every Friday, we're giving away fifth row tickets.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets? Yes. We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free! Hey, John Ireland here, and I'm at my local Ralph's in front of the BBGO display, and here's why. The Lakers and Ralph's are doing a sweepstakes, and you could win courtside seats to a Laker game. The question I get more than anything else is, how do I get in those courtside seats? This is how. You come to a local Ralph's, you spend at least $10 on BBGO, then you take your receipt and you send it to this web address, Lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. That's Lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. It's the contest runs from now through February 6th. So all you gotta do is go to Ralph's, get some BBGO, and send in that receipt. Well, as long as I'm here. You can never have enough BBGO.
BBGO, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
All right, here we go. BB Go Fifth Row Fridays. We got a pair of tickets for the fifth row of a Lakers game. Could be the experience of your life because you've never been that close before.
Here's how it works. We're going to ask you 5 questions. If you miss one, you're out. You have to answer all 5 correctly. Answer all 5 questions correctly, right, Pepe?
Right.
Correctly, that's the key.
And if you do, if you get all 5, you win fifth row tickets to a Laker game. Now, I've always wondered, Mace, if I had my choice, would I want to go early, so I had my first shot at it,
right?
Or would I want to go late after a few people have answered some questions and kind of set the pins up for me?
Right.
I think I'd rather go early.
Me too.
I'd want to have my shot.
If
right
I know
out
my
of the
stuff,
gate.
I'm going early. All right, so let's start with caller number 7. It's Jerry in Los Angeles. Jerry, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
All right, Jerry, you been listening all week?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Question 1 from Monday's show. What is my favorite item on the BB Go menu?
Oh, the dumplings.
Boom! Very good. Very good, Jerry. You're 1 for 1.
Number 2, this is tricky.
Okay.
How many years has It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia been on the air? How many years has It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia been on the air?
Since 2006 or 2008.
Well, we need a number. We need a number. How many years?
How many years?
Okay. 18.
Jerry, did you give us an answer?
Is it? I'm not sure if it's 22 seasons.
Oh, we thought you had it.
At one point, I thought you.
Yeah, I
he
did.
said
I thought
18.
he said it.
Shush. Oh, we just gave it
Well,
away.
no, not
Yeah,
necessarily.
that's all right.
We didn't say it.
No.
All right.
All right, let's go to Mark in Ontario. Mark, you're on 710. I think you've got a little advantage. Here we go.
Mark, you there?
Yeah.
What's my favorite item on the BB Go menu?
The dumplings.
How many years has It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia been on the air?
I think it's 15.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
not. By the way, I did say the answer.
Okay. Don't say it again.
Okay, I'm not going to say it again. Let's
Obviously,
go.
you didn't say it loud
Oh,
enough.
very appropriate. Let's go to Chet in Cyprus. Chet, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mace.
Hey, Chet, Pepe's rooting for you. He told me to tell you that.
Yes, go Chet.
Okay. Chet, what's my favorite item on the BB Go menu?
That would be the dumplings.
How many years has It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia been on the air?
18.
Correct.
Boom. All right, Chet. 2 down, 3 to go. This is from Wednesday's show. Mason asked everybody for their New Year's resolution, but producer Laura doesn't do New Year's resolution. She does this instead. What does Laura do instead of a New Year's resolution?
I believe it's a vision board.
Boom!
Better believe it is
All
a
right.
vision board. All right.
Chet, you get these 2. You're going to the 5th row.
Okay.
Here we go.
Name one of the 2 world records that I believe that I can break. We talked about this on yesterday's show. One of the 2 world records that I think I can break.
Hugging people.
Yeah,
All
hugging
right.
people, and the other one was drinking coffee in 3.1
Come
seconds.
on, Chet. Here we go. Last one. Mason brought up earlier today a story about Madonna and how Madonna made her audience wait for a couple hours, actually 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
For a concert. And Mason mentioned he went to a concert where the artist was 45 minutes late. Which concert was that? Who did Mason go to see and was 45 minutes late?
I think it was Beyonce.
Boom! Chet!
There it is. There it is.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Chet.
Wow.
Chet, did you think you were going to win?
No, I didn't. Oh, wow.
Well, you're in, man.
Holy
Courtesy
moly.
BB Go, you're in the 5th row of a Lakers game. Have you ever been that close?
Never.
Oh, Chet, you're going to love it, man. I've met all the 5th Row Friday winners. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Do you know who you're going to take with you?
My boy Sonny.
All right,
Nice.
Sonny, you
Yeah.
get a free fifth row ticket to a Laker game.
Hey, Chet, awesome that you listen. Thank you for paying really close attention. We appreciate you and have a blast, man.
Thank you.
All right, hang on. Bergman's going to get you some info.
So funny.
Guys,
Pep.
it's Sonny and Chet.
Say it, Pepe.
Sonny and Chet. He's taking Sonny.
Yeah, he's taking Sonny.
Sonny and
Oh,
Chet.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Sonny and Cher. You see where
Oh,
she
I was like, come on.
You
now.
gotta
Dun,
explain
dun,
the
dun,
joke.
dun.
It doesn't
I like
work.
because it's Pepe and
Dun,
the
dun,
winner was
dun,
named Chet.
Yeah, there you go.
Pepe won't call him.
Yeah, Chet, he'll call him Sonny and Sonny's friend.
Say congratulations, Chet.
What is his last name?
We don't know.
Greg is gonna know.
Yeah.
Oh, so you will not say
You won't say congratulations
You will
to
not
Chet.
congratulate
to the
Chet.
winner.
To the winner.
And Sonny.
And
Sonny. The winner and Sonny, way to go.
All right, coming up next, Michael Thompson has prepared a game, and it's a tribute game.
To Vanessa Joe.
Vanessa Joe is our lead flight attendant on Delta Flight. I hope she's listening.
She is.
Okay. And that will be coming up next.
All right, in the meantime, so I do every week with the LA County Department of Mental Health a Mindful Minute, and I sent one out today. It is on Instagram and on the YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff. And I was reading an article about Usher, who's going to do the halftime show at the Super Bowl. And Usher says that leading up to the Super Bowl, what he's going to focus on is self-care and his mental health. You can imagine the pressure that goes into preparing for a Super Bowl performance. And one of the things he asks is, when was the last time you looked in the mirror and told yourself that you love yourself? When was the last time you really looked in the mirror? And that's what he does. He takes a little sticky note, he sticks it on the mirror. I love myself. And he looks at that and refers to that every morning when he gets up. We all need that little boost, and you can get it from yourself. Self-care for your mental health. The LA County Department of Mental Health is there to help you every step of the way. You can get free emotional support, service referrals, crisis counseling. They've got a 24/7 hotline. It's 800-854-7771. That's 800-854-7771, or visit their website, dmh.lacounty.gov. The LA County Department of Mental Health is all about hope and recovery and well-being. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Happy. It's going down Sunday at the 909 Sports Bar. Divisional playoff weekend, sucker. Right here. The greatest sports bar on the planet, inside Yamava Resort and Casino. Ariel, Elroth, and that party. Let's go. Everybody better be out here Sunday for the game. Party, party, or party.
Hey, John Ireland here, and I'm at my local Ralph's in front of the BBGO display, and here's why. The Lakers and Ralph's are doing a sweepstakes, and you could win courtside seats to a Laker game. The question I get more than anything else is, how do I get in those courtside seats? This is how. You come to a local Ralph's, you spend at least $10 on BBGO. Then you take your receipt and you send it to this web address, lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. That's lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. It's the contest runs from now through February 6th. So all you gotta do is go to Ralph's, get some BBGO, and send in that receipt. Well, as long as I'm here. You can never have enough BBGO.
BBGO, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets? Yes. We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Friday is your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the 5th row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game for free.
Game of Games on the number 1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games. Our leader this month is me.
Not true.
Am I
You're
not leading?
tied for the lead.
Well, I mean,
with Bergman and
details.
All 3 of you are tied?
Yeah, me, Ireland, and Bergman are all tied with 3.
3, that's right.
I need
Ireland,
one.
Let's
again,
go, Greg.
We have to stop him.
I know.
I need one.
I'm unstoppable.
All right, today's
History
host
shows that.
is Michael Thompson, who has prepared a game. You say about flight attendants. Do I have that correct?
It's actually not my game. I am doing this game by proxy for Vanessa Joe, one of our Delta Airlines flight attendants.
She's the best.
She made the game?
So she helped me. Vanessa loves Game of Games, and she's listening right now, and she wanted
Vanessa.
She wanted this game to be
Vanessa, I
about
need
flight
to win.
attendants. So this game is about the fine women and men who take care of us when we fly. Flight attendants. Dedicated to Vanessa Joe, a real fly girl. You get it?
Yes.
She'll love that.
She's
Here we go. Multiple choice on most of them, buzz-ins on some of them about flight attendants. Multiple choice. Minimal height for a flight attendant is what? 4'11", 5 feet, or 5'1"?
Brian.
Let's go 4'11".
Greg.
You have to be a certain height?
Yes.
Yeah, to be a flight attendant.
I'm going to go 5'1".
Laura.
5 feet.
Mace.
Got to be 5'1".
I'm going 5 feet. Pepe.
I'm going 4'11".
It is 4'11".
All right, so Pepe got it and Brian got it. Right?
Multiple choice. Maximum height for a flight attendant, according to CareerFlightPath.com, is what? 6'3", 6'2", or 6 feet? Maximum height.
Greg.
There's height requirements? 6'3".
Laura.
6 feet.
Mace.
6'2".
I'm going to go 6'3". Pepe.
I'm going to say 6'2".
It is 6'3".
All right, so I got it. Did anybody else get it?
No.
Anybody else goes?
I got it.
You got it, Greg? All right, so Greg has one, Brian has one, Pepe has one, and John has one.
Multiple choice. When are the flight attendants on the clock? When they reach the gate, when plane doors close, or when they get to the airport? Gate, airport, or closed doors?
Laura.
When they get to the airport.
Mace.
Airport.
I agree with I'm going with the crowd. Airport. Pepe.
Airport.
Brian.
Airport.
Greg.
Airport.
It is when the plane doors close.
Wow.
So they can get
missed
drunk?
it.
Wow.
They can go to the bars?
Oh, man.
Good for them.
All right.
The first flight attendant was hired in multiple choice. In what year? 1930, 31, or 32?
Mace.
32.
I'll go 31. Pepe.
30.
Brian.
I'll go 30.
Greg.
31.
Laura.
I need a lifeline. 31.
It is 30.
Who got it?
Yeah, baby.
Somebody
I got
got
that
it.
one,
Pepe
too.
got it. Okay, Pepe's in the lead.
I got multiple choice.
Pepe and Brian.
Brian got it.
Oh, Brian got it too. Okay.
Multiple choice. Ellen Church was her name. Before she was hired, what was her job or her career? Nurse, secretary, or seamstress?
Pepe.
I'm gonna guess nurse.
Brian.
I'm gonna go seamstress.
Greg.
I'll go with secretary.
Laura.
I'm going to go seamstress.
Mace.
I'm going seamstress.
I'm going to go nurse.
It is nurse.
Okay.
Ah.
Anybody else get it
Damn.
besides me?
Me.
Pepe. Okay, Pepe's got the lead 3-2 over me and Brian.
I think I'm going for 0 across the board now.
Same.
You and Laura both are
Same.
scoreless so far. Okay.
Multiple choice. For most airlines, minimum age to be a flight attendant is what? 18 to 19, 20 to 21, or 21 to 22?
Brian.
I'm gonna go 21 to 22.
Greg.
Might have to turn my mic on. I'll go with 21 to 22.
Laura.
Sure that.
Mace.
21-22.
I'm with the crowd. Pepe.
I want to say 18.
20 to 21.
We all missed it.
we all-
Unbelievable.
Wow.
I figured you have to be 21 to serve.
I thought you had to be
Unbelievable.
21 to get me my Jack
Man,
and
some
Coke.
airlines have
Yeah, that's
18
why.
to
That's why I thought
21.
that.
Yeah.
But,
That's why I went
not
21.
true. Okay.
Multiple choice. At full capacity on our Laker flights, how many passengers do our Delta flight attendants have to attend to? 52, 62, or 72?
Greg.
72.
Laura.
72.
Mace.
62.
I'm going 72. Pepe.
Well, you fly.
You
so
fly
I'm
with
gonna
them,
say
so-
72.
Brian.
Let's go 72.
It is 72.
Okay.
Hey,
who
finally
that?
got one.
I got it.
Greg got
Laura,
it.
me.
Laura got it.
I got that.
Pepe.
Except
Brian
Mace.
got it.
I forgot to order my
Pepe
Yeah,
got it.
except
John
Mace,
got it. Right. Pepe's still in the lead.
Am I
He has.
out? Yeah. Ooh,
He has 4.
Can I be out?
No, let's do 5 more.
Okay.
Buzz in if anyone who can get this. The first flight attendants flew on what
Greg.
kind of aircraft?
Greg.
And be specific.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the name of it.
I'll have to
I'm
give
gonna-
you a hint if you don't get it.
It's 727.
No.
Mason.
Arctic 727.
A biplane.
No.
All right.
I'll
Now,
give
do
you
you
a
want?
hint.
Do you want a
No
model
hints.
number?
No hints. We didn't
Give
get
me the
hints.
type of aircraft the first flight
Laura.
attendants flew on.
Laura.
Charter. I don't know.
No.
Charter, little charter.
I'll give you a hint.
No hints.
I'll guess.
Okay.
I'll guess. Boeing.
No.
Brian.
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 Propeller plane.
No.
Pepe.
It was a duster plane before they
Gentlemen,
started.
think New Jersey.
It was a
Pan
Think
Am.
Lakehurst.
Lakehurst. No.
I don't know.
Zeppelin.
It was. It was a blimp.
It was
The
a
Zeppelin.
blimp?
Remember the Lakehurst,
Yeah,
New
of
Jersey
course.
Zeppelin?
Is that
The
defined
Hinden-
as a
the
plane?
Hindenburg.
All right.
Yeah.
4 more. Here we go. Mace, you got to get this. You're out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody guesses here. Everybody. According to the website statistics.com, which airline has the most customer complaints? It's an American airline. Everybody guesses.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you're not giving us
okay.
choices.
Yeah, everybody guesses.
Okay,
Which
everybody
airline?
guesses.
Okay, Pepe.
Spirit.
Okay. I go next. I'm gonna say United. Brian.
I also think it's Spirit.
Greg.
I also think Spirit.
Laura.
American Airlines.
Mace.
I'm going to go United.
It is Frontier.
Frontier.
Oh, damn, I
Everybody
almost
got it.
went
All right, so
Frontier.
Mason's out.
Oh, damn.
Laura, you
Didn't
need this
Frontier
one
buy
to
Spirit?
stay alive.
Spirit buy
Okay.
All right,
Frontier?
3 left. Here we go.
All right. Which plane has the most flight attendants? 747, 777, or A380?
Pepe.
I'm gonna say A380.
Brian.
I'm going to say A380 as well.
I'm also going to say A380. Greg.
I'm going to say 747.
Laura.
I'm gonna go with
767.
Yeah,
Seven-
okay,
seven-
yeah,
no, it's
sure.
77.
All right,
well, the other one that nobody chose. I'll
Yeah,
go with that.
777. What is it, Michael?
A380.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I was
got it.
gonna go with the crowd. but
Pepe
it's okay.
got it. Brian, you got it,
Yeah,
right?
I got that too.
Are we
All
out
right.
yet?
I'm
Greg
out.
and Laura are both out.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
no.
2 left.
Yeah,
It's
thanks.
down to Pepe, John, and Brian. Pepe has a 1-point lead.
Ooh, go
Multiple
Pepe,
choice
go.
here. We all have heard the safety features announcement the flight attendant puts out before takeoff. How many safety features does the flight attendant announce? 5, 6, or 7?
Pepe.
Come on, Pepe. Do it. Do it.
I think it's 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 6. Brian.
I'm also going to go 6.
What's the answer, Michael?
7.
Damn it.
Everybody missed it. Wow.
All right, last one. If Pepe gets this right, he wins.
Come on, Pepe.
Multiple choice. What is the highest ranking flight attendants? Flight manager, chief purser, or passenger manager?
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
And I'm gonna guess.
Good.
And I'm gonna say chief purser.
I also think that is the right answer. But what were the other two?
Passenger manager or flight manager?
I think chief purser is correct, but I'm gonna say flight manager, Brian, to stay alive.
I'm going to go passenger
manager? What's the answer?
It is chief purser.
Pepe Montilla is your winner.
Congrats, Pepe.
Hey, Pepe gets a win.
He's
Of
dancing.
course.
Yeah. Pepe finally won.
Pepe, not only did you win, you won one of Michael's games.
There you go. See?
How did you know about the chief purser?
Pepe, have you won before?
No.
Yeah.
Many times.
Oh,
No,
you
the-
have. Oh,
many
many
times,
times.
but
No,
not
I
this
know
month.
why. Didn't you used to work for Mexican Airlines?
Huh?
Did you work for Aero Mexico?
I work for Mexicana Airlines.
that's
why.
why.
Well, you should take that into
Hey,
consideration.
but Pepe, in that case, it would have been embarrassing if you didn't win.
Yeah, it's true.
No, yeah, but I mean, but that's why I said, what are you're gonna come with real questions, or
Yes.
you're gonna tell me something that's
All right, hey,
Yes.
before you guys get out of here, Pepe, predict the score. Hey, by the way, we all nailed it the other night on the winner, and I almost nailed the final score. Pick the winner. What's the score tonight?
It's gonna be 126 to 105.
Lakers?
Yes.
Michael? Score.
118, 100.
Mace?
Lakers 129, 110.
Greg?
Lakers 127, 110.
Laura?
Lakers 119, and that's 101.
Brian?
Lakers 124 over 120.
Lakers 136.
Oh.
Brooklyn 122.
Ooh.
What was the tiebreaker?
Oh, the tiebreaker?
Yeah.
It's easy. See if I can get this one. Laura, you ready? How much do the best, everybody write it down.
Okay.
Well, we can just, you can give me your
There's
number.
nothing at stake.
Yeah.
So.
How much do the best paid flight attendants make a year? How much do the best paid flight attendants make a year?
All right, I'm going to guess 110,000. Pepe.
I would say 160,000.
160K. Mace.
I'm going to say 125.
Laura.
101.
Greg.
K.
I think on charters they're going to get more, so I'm going to say 185.
Brian.
200,000.
$82,000.
Oh,
wow.
101
That's
hits.
Laura's the winner. Yeah, and we all went over.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Respect the flight.
Vanessa Joe wishes they made that money.
Yeah, well, we'll have to start tipping her, Michael. Be happy to tip Vanessa. She's the best. All right, Pepe, Michael, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
See you across the street. And Pepe, I will have my panoramic lens looking for. And you say you want me to look to the 300s.
Please do.
Okay.
Please do.
I looked, there was nobody.
And
Pepe, I'm gonna get my wide lens and shoot the 300s. And if there is someone waving at you, I will acknowledge
Oh,
it.
No,
Pepe.
you guys won't do it because
No, I'll show you the
no matter
video.
what, you're against me.
Pepe, that is not true. I will
by the way,
show you
Pepe,
the video.
I have that same feeling on this show all the time. Everybody is against
I have a
me.
question for John and Pepe
Yeah.
that I don't think we ever got the answer to. How long did it take you guys from Redondo that one time to get in
Oh,
here?
it was we both were talking about it the other day. We were very pleasantly surprised.
Oh, nice.
I got in before 5 o'clock.
Oh, whoa.
And shout out to Eli from the Lakers security staff, because when he recognized you were part of the team travel party, he waved you through all the thing. Pepe, you got
Awesome.
in right after me, right?
Right after.
Yeah, it was great. No problems at all.
All
All right, guys, we'll see you across the street.
Yep. Coming up next, let's go ahead and hit the super stages.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
It's effing Friday.
There you go.
All
Full
right.
house
So
tonight.
we've got a trip. Sedano's going to cut out early because he's working sidelines for the TV game tonight, Lakers-Nets. DeMarco Farr is here. Scott Kaplan is here. George Sedano is here. And Cappy, how's your day?
It's going pretty good, as a matter of fact. It's Friday, And Mace, I understand what you're saying when, like Pepe just said, you guys are against me no matter what.
Yeah.
I get that too.
By the way, it's true, Cappy. Everybody is against you. Everybody's against me. Everybody's against Pepe. It's not right.
Wait a minute. Not true. Mace, in the last 3 weeks, have I not put you in a state-of-the-art massage chair and assured you that an iSpot Active shirt is arriving at your house this weekend?
I am getting an iSpot Active shirt.
How can you say I'm against you?
No, that's right. That's a very nice. I'm looking forward to my iSpot Active.
Nobody wants you to win a month.
No,
everybody's
that's true.
against me.
That is
Everybody.
true.
That no one's against you, but nobody wants you to win the month.
It's like how when the Clippers play, you like kind of root for them to lose.
I'm not the Clippers. I'm not the Clippers. Don't compare me to the Clippers. I'm not.
Michael said that Bergman
win something.
Michael just said Bergman won't allow 2 African Americans in the studio at the same time.
Is that right? Is that an official rule?
Don't say that, Michael.
Who said that?
Michael, that's dumb.
That's why I have to leave.
Dumb, Michael.
Stay in here.
I didn't even tell you to leave. You can stay as long as you want.
You can stay. Nobody cares
told
if
you
you
to
stay.
leave?
We got an extra mic.
Did someone
Stay.
say, Michael?
We need some backup.
But African American.
And don't accuse Bergman of that either.
Yeah, that's
What about African Bahamian?
What about African Bahamian? Cappy says.
There we go.
Yeah.
DeMarco, what's up, baby? Nobody knows the NFL like you and me.
Well,
yeah.
What about my boy Lamar? Is he gonna come through finally?
I just had an argument with corporate Greg about that. Yeah, I agree with you about Mahomes.
Wait, he doesn't think Lamar's good?
Lamar Jackson or Mahomes? Who would you rather have? I said Lamar.
Come on.
This year.
Oh, this year.
This season, he's playing out of his mind.
But no, DeMarco, the question is, you can pick one of these guys moving forward. You can hitch your wagon in these playoffs.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Historically, Mahomes. But this year, what Lamar is doing.
Michael's point is that Lamar is better right now than Mahomes. And I think there's a different animal, Michael, when it comes to the postseason.
I can't say that. No.
Who played better than Lamar this year, quarterback?
Nobody.
No one. Lamar.
That's what I'm saying.
But
And by the
Lamar's
way-
got a great football team. That defense is as good as their offense.
And Lamar's growth inside the pocket and being able to manipulate the pocket was unbelievable
Monken has
this
been
season.
huge for him,
Yeah.
been huge for Baltimore.
Yeah.
This year, I'll take Lamar.
Let's see what he does
No
with
doubt.
the weight of the world on his
He's
shoulders.
got to prove it
Okay.
tomorrow.
I mean, they're going to beat the Texans.
DeMarco, we were talking
No,
earlier.
I think Houston will cover, but I think
Wouldn't that
not
be
me.
great if they pulled the upset, though?
Oh, it'd be
Wouldn't that be
fantastic.
that'd be
I'm
awesome.
rooting for Green
But
Bay. I'm
DeMarco,
rooting for Houston.
It'd be nasty, right? Yeah.
They would crucify Lamar if he loses tomorrow.
Of course. Yeah, and Harbaugh, too. The whole team. It would be a massive failure.
It's going to be a Harbaugh year, I think.
Yeah.
I think John's going to win the Super Bowl and Jim will have won the national championship.
It'll be worse than the Eagles if they collapse. I just said that for wherever he is. I love it.
Who are the Raiders hiring?
They just hired Antonio
Is it
Pierce.
done?
Yeah,
It's done.
well, that's done.
Now,
He's
DeMarco,
gonna be
I
the
think
guy.
I'm a Raider fan, and I'm okay with this. I mean, they went 4-3 with them. I thought we could have done better, but I think they need to get him a quarterback. I think it's unfair to give him this job and not have a quarterback.
Where do you get one of those?
Well, I mean, there's tons
Gotta
of them out
draft
there
one.
now. You can get Kirk Cousins. You can get Russell Wilson.
What do you think of Wentz? What'd you think of what you saw out of
I
Wentz?
liked him,
Yeah.
and Mason and I disagree about this. Mason thinks the Rams can bring him back as a backup.
I hope you can.
I think that it's going to be a carbon copy of what happened with Baker Mayfield last year, that too many teams have an opening at quarterback, and Wentz will get a chance to compete as a starter, and then he'll leave.
But he
many
didn't play
jobs
all
are there?
last year. He's
Yeah.
on his couch all last year.
I know Pittsburgh said they're going to open up the job for competition. There's going to be, like, the secondary market's going to be huge. But
I think
they
the Raiders
can talk
have
him
to
in.
open it up. I
Yeah.
think that there are a handful of other teams out there that probably need to.
Who's
Atlanta.
going to run his offense?
Go
That's
draft
my
Jaden
question.
Daniels, man.
Who's going to run his offense first? Before you get manpower, before you get a guy, who's going to run the offense for Pierce?
Well, I think it's going to have to be a run-heavy offense because you have Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
I think Kirk Cousins would be perfect. He doesn't make mistakes. He's a gamer. Bring him in. What do you
the
think?
Vikings let him go.
I don't think he's leaving Minnesota.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think he's a free agent.
He's a free agent. He can leave if he wants.
With the whole skull thing with no T-shirt there in Minnesota, he wants to be a Viking. I think he goes back there.
We were talking earlier, DeMarco, about Mason doesn't want to see the Rams draft a quarterback. Draft J.J. McCarthy because he says they have too many needs. I think the Rams should trade their first-round pick for a couple picks later because they're so good drafting late.
Why
what
don't
do
you think they should draft a quarter? If they can keep Wentz, then you're settled. I mean, they can talk him in.
Yeah.
Let's assume Wentz leaves and goes to compete for the Steelers
if it's
job.
just Stafford and X, Y, and Z,
You grab one of those guys. I mean,
Absolutely.
honestly, you
Yeah.
get AD some help. You get Matthew Stafford some help. You need an edge rusher. You need cornerback. You need left tackle. I mean, there are needs for this team.
Do you remember the old GM of the Packers, Ron Wolf?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I remember him.
He drafted a quarterback pretty much every year.
Yeah.
And remember, at one point, he had Matt Hasselbeck, Aaron Brooks, and Mark Brunell behind Brett Favre. So, I'm a believer you draft a I know they drafted Stetson Bennett, but I knew that was a waste of a pick the second they had it.
Yeah.
Okay? You got to draft, if you can draft a quarterback every year and find one, and you can, again, if you draft them late, I'm not saying it has to be first, second round. Third round, fourth round. Try to hit on one of those guys.
I don't disagree with that. Second round, third round. I just don't. I think if you've got the 19th pick in the draft and you got a team that feels like it's on the cusp of greatness.
Remember this. Sometimes quarterbacks don't show you what they are. Tom Brady was a 6th round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Wilson was a 3rd round pick. Kirk Cousins was a 4th round pick. George, what you're proposing is actually smart.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 round.
Take them.
Take them.
Depends on what your needs are. Because the backup's not going to play, and you can't play him on special teams, so it's a waste of a spot. You know what I mean?
I get it, but
if you got to build a squad.
But didn't they just have like 14 guys they drafted play this year?
You're in a pretty good position. Yeah. I think you're fine at left tackle.
Yeah.
Now the exception to this is if Sean McVay.
By the way, Cappy, we had Les Snead on right after the draft, and Cappy said George thinks your pick of Stetson Bennett sucks, and I told him it was a bad pick. I didn't think it was a bad. See, Michael, somebody will stand up to people around here.
Listen, but hold on, the Stetson Bennett thing. Nobody would have known what would have happened to Stetson Bennett. I mean,
but he's not good anyway.
Well, you say that, but he won a couple of national championships.
So what? So did Ken Dorsey and Matt Leinart.
So then I have a question. This quarterback from Michigan, J.J. McCarthy. Anybody think he's like a star NFL quarterback?
I do not.
Caution is what I would say with someone like him.
Yeah, the offense was very much run driven. And I would now the exception to this obviously.
Well, he good coaching.
Sean McVay is
a good coach,
a great coach, and if he believes that J.J. McCarthy is the future of the quarterback position with the Rams, then take him.
What if Penix is there?
Again,
at 19,
I think Penix is going to
trade
drop.
the pick.
Penix's problem is injury history.
Yeah, injury
but
history is an
he
issue.
is a more he's a better quarterback today than J.J. McCarthy is. Doesn't mean J.J. McCarthy's ceiling may not be higher.
Controversy if you take him at 19.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they picked
2
Jordan
ACLs.
Love. They picked Jordan Love, and he had to wait, right, behind Aaron.
Like I said, Penix can't cover a punt.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
DeMarco, will any of the underdogs win this weekend in the NFL?
No, probably not. What's
Come
Kansas
on,
City?
the Chiefs are an underdog.
Okay,
Kansas
then
City's an underdog.
maybe
You're taking.
Chiefs.
I'm taking Buffalo in that game.
But I'll say this: if all you're depending on is crowd noise in Buffalo, then you've already lost.
Well,
that's all I hear.
Injuries too. They got tons of
Mahomes
injuries.
has never traveled. It don't matter where that guy plays.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. What matters is after he gets the ball in his hands. You know what I mean? And he can win with just about anybody. So I wouldn't count them out.
And what's happening to Buffalo this week is what happened to Miami at the end of the season, where they lost a ton of impact guys on the defensive side to injury. Now Buffalo's the team reeling defensively because of injuries.
Their whole linebacking core is all beat up.
And their secondary is beat up too.
Yeah, Kansas City is a 2.5-point dog. So the weather is doesn't matter because both of these teams play in brutal weather. The question mark about Mahomes having to play on the road, his first ever playoff game on the road, I know it's a question, but I don't really think it's that much of a deal. I think Kansas City goes there and wins the game because of the injured Buffalo defense. So that's your one underdog right there that I definitely think is going to win.
John, I'm going to ask this to all of you.
Did anybody worry about Jordan on the road?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you guys this question. Cappy came up with a brilliant idea. Now it's
You
also
hear that, Mace?
I know how hard that is for you to admit, George.
Cappy, listen.
but it's also in very Cappy-like fashion, very self-serving.
Okay.
Good. So his best friend, Alex Van Pelt, got unceremoniously let go as the offensive coordinator of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
So he wants Alex to take the open Pittsburgh Steelers job because Justin Kaplan, Cappy's son, lives in Pittsburgh, and he wants him to be the quality control coach, which is basically the guy that says, get back on game
the
day.
get back coach.
Yes. The get back coach.
Yeah.
Cappy, I love that idea. I even though it is self-serving, I think it's smart. If you don't, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, Cap.
Right.
If you don't put it out there, you don't put it into the universe, there's no chance of it happening. I applaud you.
Yeah, I mean, I had this weird premonition where my buddy becomes the Steelers offensive coordinator, and I call him up and I go, hey, look, my kid, your godson, just moved to Pittsburgh.
Wait. You threw that one extra in there. That was your godson. Yes.
And
There
you
it
know, George,
is.
George,
Wow.
the truth of the matter is, I don't know if he is or he isn't.
I was just going to say, is that like a thing in the Jewish community?
But
How
I was
do you
going to
know
try.
or not know?
Hold on. Is that a thing? Like Jewish people have godsons and goddaughters? I don't know.
but-
I'm asking.
Yeah, no, it's true, but
Bergman says no.
what does
No.
Bergman know?
Greg, speak up.
Bergman's not
We do
Jewish.
not have God. We do not have godsons.
Bergman,
godparents.
stop.
We don't. There's
Stop.
no Godfather in
Cappy,
this
you
world.
just made that up on the spot,
Bergman.
didn't you?
What did you? Well,
Cap,
hey,
take
Rabbi
the L on
Bergman,
this
I didn't
one.
know you were an authority on all this, Rabbi.
But are you a rabbi? How are you an authority? Are you the godfather to a
By the
parent?
way,
Someone?
By the way, let me just
Yes,
throw
I
this.
am.
Let me throw this
And
out here
have.
right now.
Is it Mateo? He's Mateo's godfather.
Yeah,
I
but
will
he's
write-
not Jewish.
I will write with the help of my Jewish friends. I will write a Jewish quiz. And Bergman against Kaplan, I'm taking Bergman every day of the week.
Wow. That's
You might not want to
Game
do
of
that.
games.
That's going to be Cappy all day.
You versus Bergman, Cappy. Game of games.
Yeah.
Well, so anyway, so I was going to try and convince him so that if he said to me, he goes, wait, I'm your kid's godfather? I'd be like, yeah, he's 23. You don't remember 23 years ago when he was born? Like, I called you and I was like, hey, it would be a great honor if you would be his godfather. And you were like, okay, I'd love to. I go, you've been his godfather his whole life. Like, I would have to try and sell him on the fact that he is his godfather, even if he is or he isn't.
I thought Cleveland had a pretty good year, and they had 4 quarterbacks, and they made the playoffs. Why did your buddy get fired?
How did that go down?
Here's why. Because the owner went to the head coach and said, hey, so we gave this kid Deshaun Watson a $250 million guaranteed contract.
Yeah.
He's already made over $100 million from us, and he's played in about 12 games, and he's played very average at best.
Whoa.
I don't think this offense is the offense for his skill set, and I don't think you're the play caller for his skill set. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to fire the entire offensive coaching staff.
Wow.
And we're going to take the play calling duties from you. We're going to hire a new offensive coordinator who plays that style, and he's going to be the play caller. And Kevin Stefanski, the head coach of the Browns, essentially saved his own ass by giving up play calling duties
But
and
here's
firing
what's
the
weird
offensive staff.
about that entire story. Isn't Kevin Stefanski from the offensive side of the ball?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
The owner-
offensive coordinator for. He was for the Vikings before.
The owner is stripping
Heads must
the
roll.
duties
Yeah.
from him.
Too much
I mean,
money.
I could see him
Too
doing
much
it
money.
on the defensive side,
No.
but
Too much money. You're paying this guy, and it's not working
But
out.
that's
Somebody's got to
so
go.
this is a story you've heard before.
Of course,
obviously.
absolutely.
That's a
Yeah.
meddlesome owner. That's the guy you don't want to work for because that guy just gets too involved in the weeds where he has no expertise.
Hey, by the way, I'll
Moreno,
give you
comma Artie.
Yeah.
One other selfish thing here.
Good.
George.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Don't forget, listen, if the Steeler thing doesn't work out, the Raiders, now that Antonio Pierce is signed, sealed, delivered, I'd like to see my boy get the offensive coordinator job of the Raiders.
That's what I meant. Who's
Yeah.
running their offense?
I know that's what you meant,
Yeah.
DeMarco. I got
DeMarco,
you.
is this a crazy suggestion?
What?
For the Raiders? Russell Wilson. Wouldn't they be better off with him than
You think that works with them?
McConnell?
You think that works with Pierce? It might. I don't know.
Well, I think they're primarily going to be a running team because they
Yeah.
have Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Russ is.
Russ was okay in Denver.
Exactly.
He was solid
He
this
was
year.
okay. Yeah, he wasn't bad. I mean,
Michael, what do you think of that
he'd be an
idea?
upgrade.
You don't know about Josh Jacobs, by the way. You know he's back.
Awful over him.
What's
Josh
that?
Jacobs. You're not sure Josh Jacobs is back, by the way.
Russell still
Right,
must
he's a
have
free
demon.
agent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russell still must have a demon.
By the way, Michael Penix Jr.
No
is
office
likely
for him there.
Penix Jr. is likely to be there when the Raiders pick.
I don't think Michael Penix is going in the first round. I've
He's
read
not a
enough.
first round.
I've read that
enough
he's also
mock
going after.
drafts.
Yes.
I've seen Bo Nix go in the first round.
I
have
don't
too.
believe either will go in the first round.
Neither one.
How high will
I
Jaden
don't
Daniels
believe
go?
so.
For-
Jaden Daniels,
will
3.
Go, he will go in the first
Jaden
round.
Daniels will.
Jaden,
He'll go top
Jaden
10.
Daniels go to New England at 3.
Isn't he better
Well, I
than
don't
Drake
think that
May?
high.
He's not better than
I
Drake
think
May?
so.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
DeMarco, isn't he better than Drake May? Jaden Daniels.
No.
No.
With his legs
No.
and all?
No.
The guy
I have
threw
seen them.
50 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions.
Doesn't matter.
What?
Drake May doesn't have the talent around him that the LSU quarterback does.
Yeah, I
no
think,
chance.
But I think Jaden Daniels can work in the NFL.
Drake May did some stuff last year. I did their games twice. Did some stuff that I was like,
Who you compare
that
him to?
only Caleb was the only other quarterback at that level that I've seen do
Who you
as far as
compare?
arm angles and crazy things.
Does he
does.
run?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's an athlete. His brother played for the North Carolina basketball team. His parents are like all athletes. Like he's from an athletic
Who do you
family.
compare him to in the NFL? Which quarterback?
He's like mobile, accurate, big arm.
Sounds like maybe a poor man's Josh Allen.
He's not as big as Josh Allen, though.
All right.
He's not as like accurate as like Aaron Rodgers. Like, you know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
Trevor Lawrence.
Better than Trevor Lawrence,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Better than Trevor
Be
Lawrence.
better than Dak.
Maybe.
Why you laugh? You don't think Dak's good?
No,
I don't think Dak's
I
good.
do think Dak is good at home.
Yeah, at home. And
Unless it's the
home,
playoffs.
as long as it wasn't last week.
Yeah,
And not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
Right.
long as it's not the playoffs, he's really good.
$59 million. You're paying him $59
But it
million
was-
next year?
Man, that defense gave up like 30 points in the first half. What are you supposed to
Yeah,
do?
and he threw a couple pick sixes, didn't he?
Yeah,
Well,
at
that
least
first
one.
pick was crazy. That was a crazy interception.
You know, guys, I want you to continue this conversation as I go home.
Okay.
I'll go
Where
with
you
you.
going?
I'll
wanna
see
go?
John and Michael later.
Yeah, there you go. You guys
You're
are doing the
leaving?
game tonight.
Where are you going?
I'm going home. I got a
Why?
haircut, and then I got a little 420 action going on. It's Friday night. Come on.
Nice.
Mace, I got a haircut the other day, but
Chew it.
unlike you, I got my hair colored.
No, did you really?
Of course I
Cappy
did.
colors his hair all the time.
Yeah.
What
I
color?
want my. What do you mean? What color? The
Auburn.
same color as
Your
George's
normal
hair.
color?
Same. You look at George's hair. That's the same color
Would you
as my
be
hair.
now? Wait a minute. Would your hair be white if you didn't color it?
I wouldn't call it white. I'd call it like charcoalish.
Charcoal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Do you
now.
color your hair,
Burnt
George?
charcoal.
No.
Yes, he does.
George,
No, I
You
don't.
don't color your hair?
Never.
Oh, come on.
That's
Never.
how we have the same color hair.
Never.
We go to the
You're
same
not buying
guy.
it?
No.
No.
Never. Ask my wife.
Yeah, you and
I'll call her right now.
No. George, how old are you?
46.
Yeah, I believe you.
I'm
Then
gonna-
he doesn't.
I'm
I
gonna
got the
call her
same
right now.
color hair.
I just have no experience as Shadano being a liar, so I'm going to go with Shadano. Sorry,
I'm
Cappy.
gonna call her right now.
I'm gonna go
He's
to
really
crypto.
calling.
Okay, see
Are
you
you
at
really
crypto.
calling?
Yeah.
Where you going, Johnny
He's
I?
really calling.
He's out of here.
Hey, what's that shirt he said he got for you, Mace?
Oh, it's an iSpot Active shirt.
What's that?
It's a wearable
Hello?
cryo thing where you put the
Hey,
freezer
you're on the air.
pads in.
Hey, shut up. You're on the air. Do I color my hair?
No.
Tell the truth, Kelly.
Say it again.
I do. No,
She goes, I do.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much. Have a
Thank you,
great
Kelly.
day.
Wow, how about that?
Okay, bye.
Wow.
Yeah.
End of discussion.
Yeah, that's really shuts it down, doesn't
Wow,
it?
There you go.
All
Take
right,
that, Cappy.
Ireland left. I'm right behind him. Coming up next for you.
And no Botox either, Cappy, like you claim.
No, have you done Botox, Cappy?
I have not done Botox, but I tell George
You can
that
use
he
it.
does it. I tell George he has it.
Why do you tell him that?
Well, because he tells me.
If I could do Botox, I wouldn't be able to do this wrinkle stuff with my forehead. that
I
I'm
thought
doing
about
right now.
doing it. I'd
He
like
gives
to
me
get
a hard
there
time
and
about
there.
like my
No,
NAD+.
don't do it. You're good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
I don't really
testosterone
Take
shots.
the Cappy
Age
injections.
gracefully. Yeah, yeah.
What are they called?
NAD+.
NAD+.
Yeah, you just
All right,
make
Michael,
stuff
go
up
get
down
dressed.
there.
I'll see you later
what
with your
the hell's
chips.
NAD plus?
Look it up, Mace.
You
NAD+.
injecting yourself?
Yeah, I do it. I put it right in the tuchus.
I'm not sticking a needle in myself. I need
How
a
about
doctor
Cappy
to
does it
do
for
that.
you?
I'll do it for you.
Wow. Disgusting.
I'll stick the needle
Get
in.
out of here.